Dude,
every
to
time.
the creators outlet. Hey, guess what? Hold on. And TVMA, we're fucking live now.
Every time, man, that trailer I can't help
It's
it.
awesome.
I'm always like, yeah, just jamming out while it's going. It's a really good one. Where did you get the music?
I didn't get it at all because I don't know how to do any of this shit. So straight up, and it's embarrassing because I went to college for communications and I did like radio, television, video production. So I wanted to work in radio till I found out. Well, you're gonna have to work as an intern before you can actually get a job. I'm like,
we know what happens to interns.
I go, you mean for free? He's like, yeah. I go, well, fuck this. And I just started saying I was a DJ, and people started believing it. And then I just started doing it. And then I found the wonderful world of the nudie bar.
So you were a DJ at a strip club
for 30 years.
I want to be him. Can we switch? Can I have had your life?
Not the same one, but keep in mind the first like 15 years in the business was one long bender for me. I wasn't sober a single day.
Yeah, you sound like those guys that founded this little known studio called Homage back in the 90s. Mm-hmm. Who were getting paid tens of thousands of dollars and spending way more money than they should have been on the most ridiculous things and loving every minute of it, and apparently now not really remembering it.
That's so funny.
Gingy and
I guess it's like a rite of
are both in the business. And I've got somebody backstage that was also in the business, not a DJ, just the people that used to throw people through walls.
Awesome. Bring them in.
Cool.
I will in a second. But first, when I saw the update the other day that you had my dude Frankie B. Washington doing cards.
Yeah.
I dropped him an email. I dropped him a DM, but it ended up for some reason in his spam folder. But he is so wrapped up because the crowdfunder they just did before
Kaijus and Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It already got picked up. So he's been working on issue 1 of that since the campaign wrapped up. But what did you say here? Oh man, I just came across this DM. I'm so wrapped up in Kaijus and Cowboys. That is all I can see. Not sure why this went to my spam folder, but I'm happy that Global Frequencies campaign is doing so well. The indie comic revolution is ongoing. Take care.
Nice. Yeah, that's a cool
dude.
guy. So we may have more coming from Frankie B that we just can't unveil yet. We may have put the sketch cards out there to show everybody that we have an awesome set of sketch cards that are from Frankie B. Washington.
So cool,
They're on the campaign. We're selling them at cost.
Yeah,
with free shipping, so we're not making any money on them. They were just sort of promotional. Frankie B did stuff for us, and I freaking love it. But we may have something else by him in reserve.
I have something else not by Frankie.
Oh, okay.
So, the art stream I do on Wednesdays with Sean Howe.
Yeah.
Well, here
I didn't know you did an art stream.
Well,
what's up, Sean?
I just sit and talk, and that's Sean, a.k.a. Seanzilla, who I forced to start using his Twitter again.
Who throws people through walls, right on.
Not anymore. I used to, but, I don't get paid to do it anymore, so.
Well, I mean,
Now
just because you don't get paid to do it doesn't mean you're bad at it or that, you don't enjoy doing it.
Well, no, I was
right?
good at it.
Yeah.
It's just not as much fun when you don't get paid for throwing.
He
Well,
might
it would be a passion.
a wall at the drop-off line at his kid's school soon. But.
Yeah, now that's going to happen. Somebody's going to catch it.
Is there,
But,
is
if
there
you're
a
good at it,
particular...
don't ever do it for free.
Yeah, if you're good at it, don't do it for free. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I'm not giving this comic away for free, even though I want to.
Absolutely.
I want everybody to
Nor
have
should
it.
you.
So remember, I was talking that I was going to design my own Maverick.
Oh yeah?
Well, Sean brought it into reality, and we designed.
No way!
I was on point for weapons, and he did all the hard work.
Awesome.
That's the only reason I didn't tag you in the art stream this week. I go, well,
Oh,
if he
you
peeks in
sly
now,
dog.
he'd see this
Yeah.
shit going on.
That was clever of you.
You sly dog.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to share something with you after the stream then, because if you designed your own Maverick, then I absolutely have to share this other thing that we have with you, because you'll appreciate
That we
it.
cannot show yet.
So let's see this beast of yours. What have you done?
Yeah. This is cool. I'm excited.
Well, I just kind of started doodling around Wednesday night, just kind of putting it together, because it's been a while since I've drawn anything mech related or robot, straight lines, anything like that. Mostly what I do lately has been people. So Will gave me the opportunity to
Through
just kinda
walls.
like,
Okay.
well,
Not through
yeah,
walls. but-
Just people.
yeah. But it was nice to just kind of get back into this kind of stuff. And so just doodling around, I haven't really picked it up since the other night. I actually started working on something else tonight for it.
Oh,
But
nice.
we've got,
Whoa!
Oh, cool.
Look at those rocket pods. Nice.
That's awesome.
This reminds me so much of like Mech Warrior. This looks so cool. Look at that. He's got a pneumatic claw. He's got, looks like some sort of like plasma weapon on the right arm.
Okay, so
Is that like a scythe?
Whoa.
yeah.
Kind of-
And
Oh yeah, there's a
totally-
scythe in the back. Yeah, I caught that now. Yeah, there you go.
that's the red guy's arm.
That's the red guy's arm. He's got a
Dude,
scythe
that's
for an arm.
awesome.
Is it like electrified or energy?
Yeah,
in a
kind
way, an
of,
energy weapon.
Yeah, kind of an energy projection around it.
That's so cool.
Dude,
I love
that's
it.
Awesome.
So
He almost looks like Boba Fett too with his helmet.
Yeah.
It's so
So
dope.
the weapons on the green guy. He of course has missile launchers up on the shoulder,
Yep.
and he's got that claw arm to grab on,
Yep.
and the lower arm there is actually a high powered plasma torch cutter.
Nice. Oh, so you're all about grabbing on and carving them out of their cockpit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dude, what a horrible way to go.
And the
That's awesome.
the red mech, of course, has the energy sheath there. The launcher on his shoulder is
It's a big cannon.
is a napalm launcher,
Oh, sweet.
and the little piece down on the waist launches magnetic mines.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we could definitely roll with this.
That's
Absolutely.
awesome.
So Will, while I was backstage waiting for you, I started doodling around some more, and we got a little of this going on.
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow. What's that? Looks like,
Well, because he said that the book is more, rather than Mech Warrior, it's closer to like, suits of armor, basically.
yeah. Yep.
Not to insinuate any kind of a comparison, but like Tony Stark,
Yeah, except they're big. They're really, really tall. They're like
Right.
30 feet.
Okay, cool. So in the trailer, which is all kinds of badass, there's this one guy that
Thanks.
just gets in the grouping shot, and I was like, that'd be kind of cool to do a smaller, lighter version of one, with
Oh yeah. There's definitely power suits. They're called human augmentation robotic devices, or hard suits.
That's really cool.
That could
Nice.
definitely be one of those.
So,
He looks like
yeah.
a futuristic or cybernetically enhanced soldier. I love the shoulder, the 82, and that eye, that glowing eye. Reminds me of like Cable or Bishop or somebody. Definitely has
Absolutely.
that awesome old school 90s Marvel image feel. I love it,
cool.
man.
Yeah,
Thank you so
said,
much.
like,
That
came
looks so
from
cool.
comics in the '90s, so
Yeah,
And
I mean that was my
I
favorite age.
oh yeah, the spandex clad, big tits, big guns, that kind of thing. And
Yes.
then, of course, I've got one guy just kind of doodling him into the background, just a more of a heavy gunner tank type suit.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
What I'm loving is the blades coming off the forearms, behind him. And of course, I love the orange glowing eye, the cable eye. So,
Very
you know.
cool.
Well, thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you guys. That's really cool.
I'm just writing down your weapon system choices here.
To make sure we have them saved for posterity. Or for any other purpose. That's super cool. Now I'm gonna have to go back and watch the stream from Wednesday. So I can see the whole thing.
So if we
unfold.
were going to make these into actual Mavericks, it looks like Will would probably be piloting an Invader, which is the guy, both the chick with the railgun, Cold Shoulder, and the dude with like the big grin underneath his mech, Jester. They both pilot the Invader. It's the lightest armored one, but they're known for having all the tricks and launchers and deployable things like drones or mine layers or stuff like that. And I think that the Scythe is really an interesting addition because we don't have anyone sporting like a Scythe arm yet. So it would probably have to be some sort of deployable weapon, almost like a Mantis blade that kind of like takes the place of the arm. We don't have full-on energy weapons at this point in the series yet, but we do have superheated and electrified weapons that can carry, a energy charge. So that's definitely something that's plausible. Also, I think I saw on the left arm of that red mech something that looked like a rifle or a shotgun. So that's absolutely doable.
Yeah, it's a triple barrel Gatling gun.
Yep, there you go.
Nice.
Yeah. We're going to have to probably change you up from an Invader then because your weight is starting to go over weight maximums. But that's okay. We could probably upgrade you to maybe a Liberator chassis. Yeah. Sean, on the other hand, he's a Devastator. Well, actually, no, that was... Will, was yours the one with the claw, or was Sean's the one with the claw?
Mine was... the green one is the one with the claw, yeah.
Will, yours would be a Devastator. Because the Devastator carries that power fist or a pneumatic claw. And the guy with the big shield, Bigfoot, he's a Devastator chassis. He also has all of the rockets and missiles and grenade launchers and stuff like that. So you just kind of designed yourself a variation on the Devastator, which is freaking dope. Yeah, we could definitely rock with that and have the cutting torch. That's also definitely doable. We could probably even up armor you a little bit, giving you some more of an arsenal, maybe double missile launchers and a grenade pack, something like that. Yeah, definitely doable though.
It's very cool. I especially like the Scythe. I think that's my favorite.
Yeah, the Scythe was awesome.
I loved Gundam. And my favorite one from Gundam had a scythe, and
Death Scythe. Yeah, you watched Wing, didn't you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's a
Wing was a good series. It kind of like took itself out of the Universal Century storyline and kind of did its own thing. Kind of like when Seed came along, when Gundam Seed became a thing, and it was like its own thing, kind of ancillary. Oh yeah, dude. No, there's plenty of information about in-world stuff. Don't worry, we're gonna like overload you with world info. But the thing that I loved about Wing was kind of everybody had the specialty element to their Gundam. My personal favorite was the Heavy Arms Custom. So if you ever saw the movie Endless Waltz, you got Troa Barton D. I think his name was D. Started with a D. The guy that piloted Death Scythe. I can't remember right now. He had the Duo Maxwell. Duo Maxwell piloted the Death Scythe. He got a really nice upgrade in Endless Waltz, but I think my boy Troa got the best one because he got the quad 8-barreled Gatling guns. So my dude was rocking like 32 barrels of power, and then his chest opened up and fired all of those rockets. That's really where I was digging Gundam. Was all of the bullets and firepower.
What did you say with the green one with the power fist? What else did it have?
It had a pneumatic claw. It had missile launchers, and it had a cutting torch.
A cutting torch.
Cutting
That's
torch.
it.
Yeah.
I like that too.
So, I cut them out of their cockpit, and then Sean comes over with the scythe and beheads them.
Yeah.
Nice. That's some good synergy there.
Good synergy.
Yeah. It's like, that motherfucker looks like he's Al-Qaeda. Kill him.
Well, you guys are going to love the antagonist in the book, too, because that ratchets up the action to a whole nother level. And that's kind of the whole story in Origins Part 1 is the more straightforward Mavs that we've got, the Gen 2 Mavs that are piloted by the Norca pilots. They come into contact with something that they're not prepared for in that city. And that's where the primary conflict of the story of Origins, starts. And it's all about figuring out, like, what the capabilities of this thing are and just how it operates, because it's a completely unknown quantity for them. So I think you're really going to dig seeing what the antagonist is able to do. And I think we've had a first glimpse of him already. In some little snippets. There's a lot more of him coming down the line. If you guys get us up to 20K, there's a secret character reveal and all sorts of other stuff along the way that will reveal all of this other good stuff to you.
I had to crop them out of the trading cards because Garrett gave me Garrett's working on trading cards for the
there's a $16,000
stretch goal, I think.
Yep.
And he was doing the secret character as well, and he had it right there in the middle, so I had to he's like, oh, here's a file for you to put on Instagram. I'm like, thanks, I'm gonna have to crop this down because I can't give it away
Bring
yet.
on overload. So, Ginge, if you want the real overload, like the over-the-top overload, I'm gonna suggest you go ahead and you pick up the merch tier.
Yeah, the supply drop.
$45 supply drop, which comes with this lunchbox and
a travel
a
mug
newly designed travel mug that doesn't suck.
The design for this today, and we're submitting it, so we'll have
sucks.
a new print.
Look.
They couldn't.
They messed up this part here. They can't align this. Are you kidding me? They can't line it up. What? Get out. Leave.
So we have a new.
You're drunk. Go home.
We have it new.
Design. We can actually show that if you want.
Yeah, we can.
Why don't you just share your screen or share my screen or something?
I have to
send it to me and I'll share it.
Yeah, I'll send it.
It's actually really good. We're going to get the physical proof from that soon. And we're probably going to update the graphic on the campaign too.
Yeah, right? As soon as I get the physical proof from them.
I still really like the blue.
Oh, you want to switch
Garrett
it
likes
back?
that. No, Garrett likes that color.
We'll do a poll. We'll do a poll.
Well, okay. We'll do a poll. You know what? We will. We'll do a poll. We'll put it up on the internet, and we'll ask the internet to decide, and they'll tell us to do it brown, like the color of dog shit, because that's what the internet always does.
Well, we can reserve the right to
It's not going to be brown. I am not drinking anything out of brown.
I know, right? Well, then you're going to have to make sure that we get plenty of votes for not brown. But the other stuff that comes in there is you got the 4-inch resin figure. And you've got the neoprene playmat, which is I think it's not even an eighth of an inch thick. It's really, really thin. But it's got the Pal Rodrick's double-sided cover art on it. And then you got the 16 gig flash drive. Now, the reason I'm saying to get the merch tier, which is $45, is that on that flash drive, I have loaded up a PDF with all sorts of world-building material that we're not publishing. That we're not putting out, we're not making broadly available until probably campaign 2. So you'll have way more information about what's going on behind the scenes in the setting of the world and like historically how things unfolded. Because you will have a year to read it before issue 2 comes out. Yeah. we aren't really going to expand on any of that until later in the series too, because Origins Part 1 is all about the fight that takes place in Ulaanbaatar. on the ground. We decided the way that we wanted to go about introducing the series, which has a very big meta plot to it. And it's got an entire world built around it. The best way that I thought to introduce that would be to introduce you immediately to the human experience of that world, not necessarily the exposition dump or this is the setting, let me tell you what happened, here's how everything's going, and blah 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 blah. No, it's just introduce you to 6 characters, and like they said in Tropic Thunder, since it's a war, put you in the shit, which is what we decided to do. We dropped you right into the shit with a squad of 6 pilots out on a mission. And things will kind of fall into place as we go from there. But the expo dump is cleverly done, in my opinion, and hidden on that flash drive. Here, we're going to share this screen, which is my preferred version of the Mavrics graphic.
And then Garrett.
And then you gave me Garrett's.
Yeah, you just hit tab over.
Hit tab over. I don't know how to do that.
So... this was the original design that I did that Aaron liked, and then Garrett wanted it to match the lunchbox a little bit more, so he wanted to change the top to be that same purple.
Yeah.
See the purple in the background? Yeah. So he wants it to be more uniform. I get it.
It makes more sense, as an older guy, Aaron. That when you used to get your lunchbox to go to school with when you were 5.
I agree.
Coordinated.
Matched.
I agree. My answer was, okay, well then we're changing the lunchbox because I like the way this blue looks. Then Garrett, go back and change the lunchbox, Garrett.
We'll make a blue one just for you.
No. Oh, okay, fine. It'll be a collector's item. It'll be a $70 lunchbox. Do you know how much that's what it costs to get a one of for these proof samples? Most of the time,
it's not $70.
How much was that?
It's $40.
Okay, 40 is a $40 lunchbox. Which was the one that was $70? Was that the mug? It was something ridiculous. But usually they don't do custom one-off prints.
No, those are the pins, but then they wound up sending us 10 of them.
I don't know.
So.
You know what? I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me. Listen to her. She does all the merch. I do remember you going, we shouldn't buy these. They're way too expensive. And I said, no, we want physical proofs so we can do this on a show and say, look, it really exists. And we know that it works. And it doesn't suck.
Yeah.
And then we saw the mug. Give me the mug again. Or the travel mug. And I said it does suck. And this is why we get physical proofs.
Yeah, but this way it'll all be hammered out and fixed
ahead
before,
of time.
So it won't cause any delays.
Actually, there's a problem with the pin.
Somebody's predator got loose.
What's that?
Oh, no.
You said.
Somebody's predator got loose.
Oh, Aaron threw the mug. Aaron threw the mug.
So, in my opinion, I'm going to switch up our cam here so that you can see my face nice and close. Look at how pretty I am. Make me big so I can show this to you. This is the pin,
you're talking to me,
right? This is the pin. It's gorgeous. It's reflective. It has the motto of the Northern Continental Alliance here. It's a little hard to see because it's reflecting. The problem with the pin is that it has this stupid single plunger backstop. Now, I'd say 9 out of the 10 pins, or no, 10 out of the 10 pins that I've gotten from crowdfunders this year have this pin stopper. This black pin stopper just goes on and comes off. Goes on and comes off. This thing is not going to stay on your jean jacket. It'll get pulled right off, or on your bag, or on anything else. I hate the design of that. I don't think it's sturdy enough. And I remember back in the day when you bought a pin for like a band or, anything, something like that, it had the locking back so that, it wouldn't fall off. Well, we found the option to get that locking back, and it is an upcharge, but we're going to do it because, it's not much. But it is an upcharge, and I don't care. It's the right way to do it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way that these pins should be designed.
A locking back like that.
Yeah, that's a button.
The button.
I know that's a button.
Oh.
But
yeah.
This is one of Sean's buttons that he sent me.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
That's hot.
That's very
Is that
good.
a Harley?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
a Harley.
Sean, do you ride a Harley?
I do not.
Oh.
Sorry.
I wish I rode a Harley.
Sorry to disappoint you.
But bumps.
I feel like I lost cool points just then.
That's okay.
No, you're good. He doesn't drive one either.
He's drawing anyway, man. I can't even talk when I write. She'll ask me questions and I'll be typing and she'll be like, "Did you hear me?" I'll be like, "What? I wasn't even listening."
Yeah, he was like, "What?"
Or like when you're driving, you have to turn the radio down so you can find someplace.
Hey,
That
hey,
hasn't
hey.
happened to me yet. I'm not that old.
I did that just today. So
I do that all the time. I do that for like everything. I have to turn it
So
down.
where's the campaign sitting right now?
I think it's at 11 something. I think
It's
we're
11,875.
one collector's box away from unlocking
We're
the
less than
unification pin.
We're $125 away from our
Less
next
than a
stretch goal.
campaign box away, which is going to get you the companion pin to this pin. This is the Norca pin. There's a unification pin for
Yeah, you might
the
want to
other
check
nation.
that again.
Oh, are you kidding me? That's awesome.
Oh, really?
Did we hit that? That would be so freaking cool. We'd have to unveil the stretch goal on your show. That's just the way that works.
Yeah, I know. That's the point.
Go.
There's that predator again.
See, that wasn't us. Go to.
sorry guys, that's my text alert. But
Oh.
you know, it's nice because it scares the shit out of me about 3:00 in the morning when it goes off.
Excellent.
Yeah, I think we're sitting in a good spot here. We're at 11,875.
Oh wait, but it's no. But we got another.
We got another backer.
Sometimes it
The
just
financial
takes-
hasn't
it
cleared
takes-
yet because sometimes it takes a hot second.
Yeah. Because we were at 170, so we definitely picked up another backer.
Do you know we're at 2,375% of the original goal? That's crazy. That is. Oh, hey, $12,095.
Hey,
Look at that.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much to our mystery backer. You're a real champ. So that means that we have to unveil this next stretch goal.
Yeah, I think you have it in your.
Well, then you know what? You're gonna have to come touch it because I don't know how to do this. It's computer stuff. I only write about science fiction. I don't know science.
Yes, that's why she's here.
Oh wait. Yeah, sure. He doesn't. Here, let me forward you.
All right.
Sorry, I'm just making sure that I have.
So
it right.
26 people are going to be pilots on this campaign. That's awesome. 26 pilots are going to be registered on the Mavrics Origins Volume 1
Yay.
pilot
That's
roster.
so cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Let
Should I
me
check
enter
my
your
email?
email.
All right, you do.
So we don't have the physical proof for this one yet. It's coming. It just we kept fine tuning
Tweaking the colors.
Yeah, the colors, so it didn't go into production as.
So there's
quickly.
a thing about the contrast, or there was a thing about the contrast on this pin. But not anymore because we fixed it.
So, and this will also have the correct
Back. not
back.
the
It doesn't have it
flat
right now.
Black plastic back.
It'll show it right now with the
Flat
black
black
one,
plastic
but
back.
we're
Try to
upgrading
say that 10 times fast.
to the other one.
Flat black
So,
plastic back.
We shared our screen, I believe. So they'll just have to bring it up.
So this is what you're looking at right now. The symbol for the unification of Zhongguo. And it is a kind of custom, hybrid, semi-bastardized Chinese character which takes the meaning for two things and kind of combines them to make one new symbol. And the thing that we were messing around with was this value
I was
for
trying to get the red just.
and we
just
finally
right.
settled on 186C. But of course, it's gold plated, whereas the Norca pin is silver
Right,
plated.
so everywhere that's yellow, it won't actually be yellow, it'll be gold plated, just like how with the Norca, everything that was gray is silver.
But I think it's a pretty cool design. You know, I was really happy when we designed the symbol because it's the in the center of the Norca flag too. I think, right? So if you check out the patches, it's also in the center of the patches.
Yep.
But it was hard when we were first coming up with like what do these countries' flags and their military insignias and stuff look like, and it's deceptively difficult to design a good graphic for an insignia or a design for a flag. It's harder than you'd think. You finally realize that 3 stars is probably just the easiest, most like direct way to convey what the Northern Continental Alliance is all about.
And now that we are over 170, that's 2 more books going to Operation Gratitude. So now we're at 34 books going to Operation Gratitude.
Right.
So that's kind of awesome.
We should start sending them. Should we start sending them the ash can too, or would that be confusing?
No, we can.
What do you guys think? I know sending them the main book is probably the just the easy, straightforward thing to do. Sending 35 books to like soldiers overseas and veterans and first responders because it's cool. It's a fun thing to do, and it's nice charity. But we have the ash can. Which has the 3 side missions in it. Should we send that too? I don't know. It's an add-on.
Sure.
What do you think? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Sure.
So we'll do that.
It's
Add that
more
in.
stuff, and it's going to a good cause.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I just don't want to confuse them. You know what I
I don't
mean?
think it'll confuse.
Okay.
We'll put them together.
All right.
So like, I'll bag and board.
Because we can bag and board them and vacuum seal them.
Yeah. So say it's like 2, so they know that they go together. Because if they just got the ash can without the main book, I could see how that would be like, oh, this is cool, but I don't really know what,
What the hell
it
this
relates
is.
to.
Yeah.
But if it comes together,
You
then
kind of do
that's fine.
need the context of the main book to really fully appreciate the ash can, but it isn't necessary to understand what happens in the ash can. They're
Right.
fully contained stories.
Yeah, it would be like, oh, these are cool, but
Where's
like,
the rest of it?
Right,
Where's the rest of it? I want to know more.
right.
It's like,
So that's why I put them together. Yeah. It's so exciting.
So thank you so much for helping us hit that
yeah,
stretch goal
that's
and unlock this
awesome. You're the
pin.
best. I'm all
Yeah,
excited.
the
well,
next
I
we're
was
gonna have
waiting,
to,
and I just sold a big stack of key comics to a buddy of mine.
Oh heck yeah!
Oh, that was you?
Saturday.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
awesome. You're
Really
the best.
appreciate it, Will.
And
Don't tell him he's the best.
He is the
tell everybody else that, because
I will.
Tell you that, right? Tell everyone else.
I will. I will tell everybody else. You're the best.
and yeah, because I wanted to, like I told you when you guys launched on Valkyrie, that I was going to get the box, and I was like, oh, I kind of want the merch tier, but money and
Stuff, space,
Life.
space.
you
Yeah.
know, and like, do I really need the lunchbox?
Well, see, that's the cool thing.
And that travel mug looks like shit.
Yes, someone else finally said it. Travel mug looks like shit.
And the little 3D printed guy, that's cool. And the mat, but then I'm like, oh, there's like a shit ton of extra content on that stupid PDF drive.
Yeah, I know. It's almost like someone thought that it was a good idea to stick all of the extra content on the PDF drive in the merge tier, kind of facilitating the experience of purchasing that and the box together to get the complete experience, right?
Yeah, I know.
Some asshole was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna make them buy the merch tier too.
That's all right. I'll run over him in my mech.
Yeah, I mean, I think the script from issue 2 is almost done. Wait until that's finished, and then feel free to run me over, because Garrett will be starting work on that one, and she can handle the campaign. She knows what she's doing. You can get rid of me come the start of the production for campaign 2.
No.
So,
We would
9
all
months.
flounder.
9 months.
As much as we joke, he's actually the heart. He's what keeps us all together.
I'm the boss.
No, I'm just
Yeah,
boss.
you keep telling yourself that.
You're the heart and the brains, and I'm
Well,
the
no,
cowardly lion. Oh wait, that's a different movie.
Ryan Wynn made the poster, the movie poster for us. Don't you remember? You're the brains.
I am the brains.
I'm the
That's
boss,
right.
and Garrett just likes to draw stuff.
That's right.
She gets to be played by Margot Robbie. I wish I got played by Margot Robbie.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop.
You just want to feel pretty today?
Yeah,
I was gonna say you want to play with Margot Robbie. It's more like it.
Might as well play. We got to get you drunker. You could be saucier.
I'm not drunk at all. Like drunker implies.
Right, well,
a
I mean,
level
drunker
of
would imply
drunkenness.
more drunk, starting at 0.
Oh,
getting
okay.
drunker from 0 is still getting drunker.
That's fair, although it implies that there was some drunkenness to start off with.
There was like, I don't know, it wasn't yesterday. It was like last week.
It was last
there?
week.
It was
a whole week ago.
Fine. So a whole week ago. See, way too long. You got to drink now.
Way too long.
Well, it could be later on tonight because we apparently are all just going back
Migrate
to
over to Regen.
Yeah.
Regen. Yeah, so
I think we're gonna open mail on Regen. That's what I was told.
Yeah.
I was told we should open mail, which is super exciting.
Because we have a whole bunch of mail that we have not been...
I think one of them's a Rob Willis piece.
Oh, I know I opened that one.
Oh, you already opened it?
I did, because you told
Oh, that's
me
right,
to
because I
check
wanted you to check
see
it
if
to make sure
we
it was
got it.
there. Yeah, that's right. So Chimera, yes, we got the Rob Willis. Yes, it's in one piece. It's all good.
I bought a bunch of stuff today now because I bought Odin's book The Embrace
Oh,
before
good
it
for
went
you,
out.
man. That thing's gonna be awesome.
I bought one of the I bought the cover with the close up of the character on it.
Yep, yeah, the Barton Brothers cover.
Yeah, so it's got the extra stuff in the back.
Yep.
Nice.
And I'm like, $5 extra pages. Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, why not, right?
Why not, right?
Good deal.
That's a steal.
And you know, I was wondering earlier because I saw the post on my YouTube screen for Regen, and then I see this picture in the middle, and I'm like, what's that poofy shirt motherfucker doing on Shay's channel?
Why are we canceling Bancroft?
and then I look and there's a big circle and a cross through it. And then it made sense because Odin showed up at Regen, but he's doing his closeout for the Embrace over on Bancroft.
Oh, he is tonight?
Yeah.
Right now? We should go.
No,
we
at
should
11.
go raid him. Oh,
Is
at
it
11. Yeah,
11?
because
What's
Bancroft
that?
streams at 11.
Like, you
Yeah.
don't know what time it is anymore.
No.
No,
I don't know
he-
what date it is. It's Friday.
Yeah.
right?
He lost.
Yes.
He doesn't remember anything before the convention.
It's true.
There was a convention?
When I'm sorry, the mall where you went shopping.
Oh, right.
Hey,
right.
we're going to more malls in September.
Yeah, I can't wait. That's going to be a lot of
cool.
fun. When's
Hey,
the
James,
ball-
thanks
the-
for coming
the-
by, man.
Bye, Ginge.
Thanks, Ginge.
Thanks for hanging out.
When's-
Congratulations again.
Yeah, congrats on the campaign, brother. When's
Yes.
the Baltimore one?
October.
Okay.
So I don't know if they're still accepting people.
Well, you should probably
So
find out because
I will.
we were just told we had to go to that one. It wasn't
Yes.
even a request. So great.
So I will look into that.
The
But
problem
we're
is
going.
we're going to be in the lull, right in the middle.
Yeah.
We're not going to be able to take new orders for fulfillment, will we?
No, we can leave it in demand because it'll. We're over ordering.
Yeah,
so,
by a lot. Because,
So we'll be able to take orders and stuff.
So
We
you
just
guys
won't-
gonna go to Rhode Island this year?
When is that?
When is it? Yeah.
First weekend
The
in
answer is-
November.
The answer is yes, but when? First
I'm
weekend in
gonna-
November?
I think it's like November 5th or something.
Sure. Yeah. So that one and the Baltimore one.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
Writing that.
And then we should like talk about going to
We're invited to one in Florida in like January. I
yeah.
think.
We couldn't go to MegaCon, which is this weekend.
No, yeah, that was not
But
happening.
we could probably go to the other one in Florida.
Well, I hear I hear all the supposed mainstream talent all canceled.
Really?
Haha.
So
Sorry,
I guess
such
a
a
whole bunch of supposed big names pulled out.
Oh, no, was
Well, it's
there,
because
like,
they
a
all got their
reason,
deal on
or-
Substack, right? They don't have to go to conventions anymore.
I guess.
Yeah, they all think they're doing something different than EVS. It's like we tricked you.
Right? It's like one person kind of made their way on a crowdfunding platform, established their presence there, and paved the way for other creators. And then, this other platform just kind of invited you. So it's still the same thing. It's just doing it a different way. You still have a subscription. It's weird. It's kind of like Comixology / Webtoons meets, I don't know, Patreon and crowdfunding. I don't know if crowdfunding is really the right way to look at it, because you don't actually get anything. You just get to read the content.
Yeah. I don't think they've realized that all they've done is become a spin-off series of CG. So
yeah,
that's pretty funny.
Yep. Who was the most recent one to go over there?
Tiny.
Do you remember? What's that?
James Tynion went over there.
Yeah, I know Tynion went. It was either like today or yesterday. Somebody announced they were going there.
Oh, I know.
Somebody.
They were like a few, but it's like all these like stupid stories hit. Marvel blacklists. The Black Widow. It's like, of course, because she's suing you because
them. Yeah. She canceled her next series. They canceled her next series with Disney too.
Of course they did.
Not even Marvel. At this point, Disney's like, yeah, bet you're out.
I haven't been paying attention to any news.
ScarJo is done.
All of this.
They threw her out.
And
Disney's like, your next movie is gone. You're not in the Marvel franchise anymore. You're suing us. We're canceling you.
She was already not in there, right?
Yeah, they killed. She was already dead.
That doesn't mean that she wouldn't necessarily be showing up in flashbacks or memories or
nobody's ever dead in Marvel.
Scrolls impersonating her when Kang the Conqueror comes, or Secret Wars, or who freaking knows? No one, like you said, exactly. No one's ever dead in Marvel.
Well, then the other story hit on Screen Rant, where it came out that Marvel Disney only pays their writers for like each story. So like whoever was the main writer for Loki, wherever they got if they got the story from one of the books, and they're making their own adaptation, the writer of the original plot and storyline, they pay them $5,000, and then they go release it and make billions. And I'm like,
wow.
That's why everyone wants to adapt these days.
Yeah.
They don't want to actually write in comics anymore. That's why comics is a known loss.
Yeah.
See, it agrees with me. Whatever it was agrees with me. I just got the point.
Yes.
It gave me a ding.
You are a ding.
You're a ding.
10 points to Gryffindor.
Right?
Yeah, I'm a Hufflepuff.
You're
Ding dong.
No, I'm a
The first time I took it, I was a Hufflepuff, but I took it until I was a Slytherin. So
nice. No,
I was a
tried to know
Slytherin the
you.
very first time out.
Did you ever see that meme? It was about like what you could do. It was a Harry Potter meme. We start at the beginning, and it was about someone having like a laser knife or a superheated knife or something, and Slytherin was like, you could kill someone with this, and Gryffindor was like, you could do something else with this. And Hufflepuff was like, you could make toast.
Yeah, that's me. I'm a Hufflepuff. Like, I can't even deny it. I was so disappointed when I got it, and I've taken it so many times, and it always comes back Hufflepuff. But then when I really looked at it and thought about it, I'm like, no, I'm just in denial. I'm a Hufflepuff through and through.
Yep.
I'm gonna make cinnamon toast and be over here with my wand.
Exactly. I mean, why not?
And the one thing we haven't done is play the trailer. And I was about to
let's
play the trailer
bro.
off the page, but I don't have to because I can just go like this.
War is a topic of vital importance, a subject of inquiry that cannot be ignored. It is a matter of life and death. It can be a road to safety or to ruin.
In an alternate version of our world, brought to the brink of total collapse, rival nations fight for global domination, and elite pilots in futuristic combat suits Wage war on the battlefield of tomorrow. Now, 6 brave soldiers on a seemingly routine rescue mission will encounter more than they bargained for and uncover a dangerous secret that could change their world if they live long enough to see it. Mavrics Origins Volume 1.
Now on Indiegogo.
Yeah, that
I
trailer
have to
is
say,
dope.
I love that trailer.
Were we muted that whole time, or could you hear her like whispering along with the?
No. I played it off my hub on StreamYard, so it was
Oh,
just.
okay,
So,
cool.
yeah.
So you.
I
knew
was
we-
wondering if
Yeah.
if you could see me, even though I'm like just this big glowing light thing, because
No, we
all
can't see
those
anyone else.
years in school, I learned nothing about lighting. So
Well, I mean, the strip club's dark for a reason, right?
That's true.
yeah, it's to make me look good.
I don't think it's make you look good.
Oh, well, yeah, that too. I used to get mad if I would like blast the red lights because it would pick up imperfections.
Or the black light because it would pick up stains.
Ew. Gross.
Well, it did, but there were black lights all over the club, and the funny thing was you could always tell the single guys because they'd be the ones walking around with the polos that looked like they just came out of a bukkake video.
It's terrible.
My ear.
Thanks, Will.
Well, not for nothing. When I first got my email from you about doing the video thing, and I see Mavrics, and then I'm seeing your first name. I'm like, who the fuck is that? And when I open up the email, I go, you fucking idiot! Her parents didn't name her Frequency Girl.
That's phenomenal.
That's awesome.
Her frequency. You're right. Her husband named her Frequency Girl.
You know my alter ego.
Yeah.
My true
RG knows
identity.
Will knows all the secrets, man. He knows all of them.
It's true.
So, here's the synopsis that you can go to the page and read yourself.
It's basically said in the trailer. So
Yes.
if you listen to the trailer, you don't need to read that part.
Yeah, but if you want to make it more immersive and you want to take your time and by
Who's
all
in the
means,
background? Who's sneaking around in your house, Will?
that's my daughter. You don't see her.
You don't. I see nothing.
See,
The call is coming from inside the house.
what's up? So
Man, that's a throwback. That was one hell of a throwback. Just
Yeah.
then.
This is so much more fun than my normal Friday night.
So this is what I just got,
The collector's box.
which is the big package. Oh no, that's CGUK. Never mind. So this has the dog tags that has the QR code on the other side and the Mavericks logo on one side. So you will at some point be able to make a profile.
Customized.
Yes.
Yep. Which only makes sense because apparently this week we made our own mech. So
Yep.
So you're ahead of the game.
That's
Yes,
why I
it-
wrote this stuff down. Because,
Yep.
we now have a Sean and Will tag team duo of mechs.
Yeah, you have to be in the same.
Yeah, we totally
squadron.
have to have something with that.
So we have Volume 1, the PDF, the main cover, the bookmark, the Mike McMahon print, the Pow Rodrix wraparound cover, the special campaign dog tags, all variants and metal prints, the collector's box, active duty Ashcan anthology, and all classified Intel prints.
And all the stretch goals.
And stretch
And
goals, yeah.
all the stretch goals, of course. Which, of course, there's another one. So. Sean, I told you not to bring your sex toys.
So the thing I want to mention about
Get a
this,
refund from Wish.
Oh, okay.
so you got your sex toys on Wish. Wow. It's lucky
man.
you're still alive, my dude. One thing I want to mention about the collector's box, I'm really proud of us. Because when we went to go enter in all of the information, they only give you a certain number of bullet points to they give you 10 bullet points to like fill in what's in the box. We ran out of bullet points. So I'm really proud of myself because I know that we made a good box because we didn't have enough room to
combine
put all the
things
stuff
on one line. You're like, all variants and all prints.
Right. You can't
All
list them
this
one at a
and that.
time because there's too many.
Yeah, so it's crazy. There's like so much stuff in there, and
good
there's
value.
now you have an additional now 26 extra pilots
Yep.
to sign up.
Guys, we might do something with that. You never know, right? Because
something
it's so
extra special.
unlike us to make tie-ins and crossovers
And special things for our backers.
and subtle homages and like you said, special things for the backers. It's who knows what's going to happen to the pilot roster of pilots enlisted in the armies. Who knows?
And God forbid that we do something for our backers that gave us the biggest shit ton of money during the campaign.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's why it even says in the description, this is our way of saying thanks to everyone who, is down to ride and see all that Mavrics has to offer. It is our special way of thanking you.
Although it may not say all of that in the description because you were limited in characters.
No, that's the synopsis. In the description of the campaign box, it absolutely says that.
Oh, like on the actual page.
Yeah,
I
on
thought
the
you meant
page.
in the little perk box.
No, in the perk box it doesn't
had
say that because we ran out of room.
characters.
Yep,
So
we ran out of room. If you want to know a funny story? When we were making the pre-launch page for this campaign, Frequency Girl goes, "Oh, you have 350 characters," and I'm like, "Oh, no problem." So I come back to her and I'm like, "It's 312." And she looks at it and she goes, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, I did a word count."
I'm like that
And she's like, "Bruh, words are not characters. Characters are letters, Aaron." And I'm like, "Yeah, you said 350 words." No. This is
no.
Twitter. Yeah, this is Twitter.
characters. I was like,
Characters.
oh.
Yeah, so you
A
mean I need to go
space
back?
is a character.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good job,
exactly.
Aaron. I knew it too. It just didn't register. I was like, yeah, 350 words, no problem. And then we were like launching it in an hour or something, and I had to go and fix that at the last minute. Yeah, that was good. It was a lot of
Now,
fun
you
times.
should get the fully loaded campaign box because you get everything.
Yeah.
Book-wise, you get everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Print-wise, metal
get everything.
prints, dog tags,
Yep.
blah, blah, blah,
Yep.
all that good stuff. But there's also the digital download, which, by the way, you get that in the fully loaded campaign box.
Yeah.
That's true.
But if you want to buy that separately, or you can't afford the shipping because you live in Australia, even though you guys got the shipping costs like way down.
They're way down from what it actually is in reality. In my opinion, it's still way too expensive.
Yeah.
Yes.
We wish we could make
the campaign box, let me just put it this way. Domestically, in the continental U.S., the campaign box is 10 inches by 13 inches. Big boy, right? And it weighs over 8 pounds. So you could beat someone to death with this thing. It is a big-ass package. It costs $15 to ship domestically. To go to the UK, without the discount that we were able to give it, it costs like $89.
Yeah, Australia was the
Australia's
most expensive, like
99
90
bucks.
something. Not 99, but
I think it was
90
$99 bucks. I'm pretty
Was it
sure.
99? I
Oh,
have
95?
I
It was
have
up there.
My chart.
That's absurd. So we did flat rate international shipping. So everyone pays $50. So down from 89 to 50, I thought was a pretty good compromise.
Sorry, I'm looking.
You're looking for the actual numbers. She's got like 3 of these spiral-bound notebooks for all this information.
Yeah.
One other cool thing about the digital download is we decided to offer the Ashcan Anthology, the Active Duty Ashcan Anthology, as a digital add-on for the digital tier. It's the only way you can get the digital Ashcan Anthology, though. We don't offer it in any of the other tiers.
Maybe we should put it in the fully loaded campaign box because
because that does get everything
fully loaded, so it should
technically we'll add it to that. I don't think anyone's really going to worry, but who knows?
You wanted me to find it, so I'm looking for it, but I can do that later
and pay attention to the guest that we're talking to now, or not the
No,
guest,
we're
the
the
host.
guests.
Oh God, so bad at this YouTube thing.
Yeah.
For once, you're on a stream and it's not yours. Oh, that's been you all. That's been you all month. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm like,
actually haven't been on very many.
Yep.
Yours is one of the few that we've taken the time to go on because we've been so freaking busy and just so much going on.
well, I've seen you show up. I've seen you show up on a bunch of them because, I was there. Like, I see it pop up like a notification, and I go, oh. Who are they talking to? And I pop in, and it's you.
Yep. I spontaneously went on Joe's stream the other day.
Yeah.
We were on CromCon because I had to do the unveiling. We did Don Chin because we planned the unveiling there. We did our 2 launch streams. We did RJ and Sugar Chris.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to keep track of that. We did Ryan Wins. And
there was someone else that I don't
so that'd be
remember
10.
who it was.
That'd be 10. There's 30 days in a month, right?
We did Sci-Fi TV.
Sci-Fi TV. Well, that wasn't actually a stream. That was a podcast recording.
Yeah, but still.
We sat down and we got interviewed for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's different.
There was another stream, Miriam.
Oh yeah, Nerium and Red Gaze.
Yeah,
we went on Red Gaze.
Yeah, I saw you on that one too. I was freaking one of them. You were going to be like, Will's stalking us again.
No, we love seeing you in the chat.
Again? What are you talking about again?
We're happy when you see
Will's
you
stalking
in the chat.
us, period.
Yeah.
What
do you mean
we had
again?
A couple that we had to,
Again.
we had a few that we had to reschedule.
Yeah.
Garrett wasn't feeling well. He had the flu.
I know the was it the Zades? Yeah, Phil Pops one.
Yeah.
Which is cool because I love those guys.
Yeah, we have a couple.
Honestly,
that we had to
this is the coolest
figure out
community
and
of indie comic
reschedule.
creators that that we've ever met. Everyone's just so chill and hangs out, and they all go on streams with each other. And for the most part, there's like no drama between the people who are like, streaming and creating comics. There is some, I won't lie, and it's so disappointing when it happens. But for the most part, everyone's just so cool.
And supportive and awesome. So it's been really cool.
And then eventually somebody drinks an entire bottle of wine and goes on and sings asshole.
Yeah.
Excellent, and that's the best.
Yeah. It's the
Are you
best.
gonna come on
Wasn't
karaoke
it?
on
Was
Sunday?
it one bottle? Yeah, it was one bottle, not 2.
Oh yeah, it was just one bottle. Dude, it was like 20 minutes. I was done.
Yeah.
That's
so we need to give you
impressive.
40 minutes. I want to see 2 bottles. I don't think you can. I don't think you can get alcohol poisoning off of wine. You just got to go.
I usually don't drink wine,
Yeah.
but I don't like.
You
If I'm gonna
more
have
of
an
a
alcoholic
whiskey kinda
beverage, I
guy?
won't.
Huh? You more of a whiskey kind of guy? Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. I keep that by
I especially like that stupid.
monkey shoulder.
Well, monkey shoulder I like, but I really like that stupid peanut butter whiskey.
I've never had it.
Never
Wow,
had
that sounds
that.
great.
It's so good. I had
Butter whiskey.
I have a nurse, so when I have like wound care, like if I get an open wound because of my leg conditions, the nurse that I have since I've been living here, she helps me celebrate when they clear me out and the wound's completely closed and no more problems, and she'll give me like a little bag of nips
Nice.
with that peanut butter whiskey, and I'd say like a half
That's
a
a
shot
good
of that
nurse.
peanut butter whiskey and a cup of coffee is awesome.
Ooh, that sounds really good.
Go find it for me. Go.
Well,
Be gone. Go find it for me. I want it
Too
tomorrow
late.
for breakfast.
Can't buy anything alcoholic at this point in Connecticut.
Oh, yeah, it's 10 o'clock. Everything's closed.
Oh, yeah. That's right. The sidewalks are rolled up.
Yep, they did. They roll them up. They shut down all the package stores.
So-
They reopen.
Growing
That's
up when
really
I was
weird.
little,
I thought I lived in the Bible Belt.
yeah, it's weird. Like, same on Sundays, too. Like, you can't buy after 6 p.m. or something like that. Like, if you're in the grocery store, they'll make an announcement. It is now 6 p.m. on Sunday. You can no longer make alcoholic beverage purchases. Like, this is
Good.
so
I will take
weird.
it for free. I will take
Exactly.
it for
I'll
free.
take it and run.
I like your way of thinking. We should hang out more.
So when I was growing up, you know how most parents will tell their kids to say cheese when you take a photo and you're like, everyone's getting ready for a family photo and you say cheese. Well, in my house it was say whiskey. So we all had to say whiskey when we took photos.
It's because, your dad had to
No, it was my
drink.
mom
No.
that made us say whiskey.
Your mom probably had to drink to deal with you.
Probably. No, my parents didn't drink, but we said whiskey.
Then it
Instead
was
of
a family
cheese.
tradition from before you, and her parents
Probably.
had to drink to deal with her.
That's probably more accurate.
I remember one time I used to sleep over at my grandmother's house like once like every other month, and one weekend it was raining, so they're like, just take your trucks and toys and stuff and go, and your coloring books and go play in the basement. I'm like, okay. And then I saw the fridge and I was getting thirsty, so I opened up the fridge and the fridge was packed from top to bottom with Narragansett beer.
Nice.
Nice.
I got an ass whooping and a half because the 6-year-old put down about 4 or 5 cans of beer.
Whoops.
And from then on, life took a dramatic turn.
That's how you wind up being a DJ in a strip club.
He was destined for Harvard, and then Narragansett Brew.
Yeah, and they're open back up again.
Oh, cool.
So
I feel like I would rather
I keep getting like
DJ than
emails
go.
from them because I keep registering for their free giveaways. I keep not winning anything, so I keep going back. I call it my Pops momentum.
This is how they keep you on the chain, man.
All right, so the basics
Yes.
is the bookmark, Mike McMahon's print, and all the stretch goals,
And the digital download, yeah.
and the PDF. PDF comes
Right.
with everything, including the PDF.
Exactly. Well, I should hope it comes with the PDF. Otherwise, we're doing something wrong.
Now,
And then the spare magazine, yeah, there's basically just 5 of the same thing.
Well, just the covers.
That's what I mean. You take it away. Man. You can explain it better than me.
Well, go ahead.
No, you do it. I don't want to do it. You do it.
Let's doing a good job.
Yeah, he's doing a good
Okay,
job.
I'll just do it then. So the Spear magazine, you can get A through. Whoops, too far. Through E, which is one of each of all the variants.
Yep.
Which will get you, of course, the PDF, because the PDF comes with everything, including the PDF. You will get the origin. You get the Origins cover. You get the bookmark, Mike McMahon's print, all unlocked strip schools, Rob Willis's variant cover and metal print in this particular one, and the Active Duty Ashcan anthology.
Yes.
So if you don't want everything that is in the big awesome box of awesome, and you just want certain ones, you can piece them all together.
And as a add-on, you can grab one more cover of your choice for $20. It doesn't come with the metal print or anything else, but we call it the backup mag. So you get a spare magazine as a tier, and you can purchase a backup mag, which is one of the variant covers, as an add-on.
But really, if you want more than one cover, you may as well just get the box. Because
Yeah.
you get all the other cool stuff, too.
And the aforementioned Freaky B puzzle sketch. So 4 connecting cards.
Yep. I'm sure there's going to be a war over this if someone backs just one of them. I don't know if they're going to sell individually or as a lot. I don't know how it's going to be sold.
Individually, but
right
we're
now,
thinking maybe
well, no, what I mean is like if someone's going to buy 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, because I could imagine someone buying 1 because it's first come, first serve, and being like, I want the one in the middle.
And someone else.
There is no middle. There's 4 of them.
Yeah, well, I mean, yes,
There's
you're
2 in
absolutely
the
right.
middle.
All right. So I want the one in the left of the middle. And that ruins up the mosaic, but I guess people can trade favors and other stuff to try and assemble the squad, right?
Okay, so the cards are $50 a piece,
Yep.
Yes.
and there's 4 cards.
Yes.
So the first person with $200 slapped down on this tier gets all 4 cards, and then they can brag that they have
The set.
they not only have the set, but they have the only 4 one-of-a-kind things in the campaign.
Yep.
Yeah.
Currently.
The only 4 one-of-a-kind things done by Frankie B.
Yep.
Because there are other pieces of art that are going on the campaign. Garrett's cover still hasn't gone up. I think Joe's cover went up and got sold. Preston's pencils and lines got sold. Joe Ball's cover is still up, and Preston's painting
Painting is
still up. That's actual acrylic on masonite, I think.
Yes.
So it's like a real painting that he did.
Yeah.
Those 2 are still up. Then Garrett's cover's got to go up, and then
And
we
Rob
might have
Willis's.
more. And Rob Willis's has to go up too. And we might have more sketch cards by other people coming down the line. You never know. Yes, we will.
Mm-hmm.
But these are definitely the 4 pieces that Frankie B put together, and he made them all connect, which I think is really awesome.
But Will is right that they are 100% one of a kind because you can't get prints of them.
Nope, there's
You
no
can't-
trading
there's
cards of
no
them. Yeah.
trading
It's
cards.
original
There's
art.
no prints.
Yep.
There's no covers. That's it.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. Like you said, there's no other way to get
To have
this
that art.
image.
Yeah.
Even the collector's box Pal Roderick's cover is reproduced as a playmat in the merch tier.
Right.
These are not reproduced at all.
Yep.
They will only ever be in this one tier.
Yep.
So I was excited to see that because, I mean, I've known Frankie for years, and the first store event at my LCS, I hadn't even gotten out of the rehab hospital, that I was stuck in for 2.5 years. But I knew when I was getting out, and I got him and a writer of a book that he had worked on. He started off doing covers and then ended up doing like all the covers and the interiors.
Cool.
And so he was there, and he brought a whole bunch of like his prints and patches and merch. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So it's like, yeah.
Frankie B's dope.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
a Robotech cover that he did, and I have a Optimus Prime and ROM, and just kind of like a collage of sci-fi stuff that he did, and it's really good. He's just so incredible.
I
talented.
just bought 37 copies of ROM.
Dang, dude.
Well, not all the same book, all different issues. But I pretty much, I got a number 1 that was like in like very fine plus.
Nice.
For like 20. Number 2 was like $3, and then 3 like various ones, but like most of the early run of ROM, like
That's cool.
$2,
That's great.
$2 a piece.
He is a misunderstood character in a lot.
Oh
of
yeah.
ways. Yeah, he's great though. I
Frankie
would love to see him
did
reuse
this
him.
awesome print, like goes side to side, and it's all the greatest like 80s/90s cartoons.
That's awesome.
Even not just the cool ones, but the goofy ones too. Like I'm looking at it and I'm like, cool, it's this guy. Oh, it's them. Oh, it's Mask. Oh, it's the gummy bears.
I loved the gummy bears when I was little. Gummy bears.
Now I just love gummies.
Yeah, I'm with you, man.
A different kind, but
Yeah.
so
Dude, could
Joe
you
Ball's
imagine if they did a reboot? They should do a reboot. They 100%
Disney would
should
never
do a
sign.
reboot.
They're a Disney property. That would never happen.
Licensing.
Yeah.
Disney would never do that.
the same reason
how about
Don
not
can't
bears?
get the hamsters back because Dynamite
Yep.
owns them. And they won't do anything
That's
with
sad.
them. They just will not
They just won't
renege
let
on
him
it.
do it.
They'll have them show up like just before the thing expires, just so they go, nope,
Right.
now
So-
you gotta wait another 5 years.
We'll make them gummy rabbits, okay? And they can be the gummy hairs.
Gummy hairs.
Gummy hairs.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you can still
So-
use a similar theme song.
So Joe Ball's cover is just his original line art
Yep.
Yep. And inks.
and inked up. But Preston did this full blown,
Acrylic paint on masonite.
yeah.
That's usually how he works. He takes a photo of it, and the cover is the photo. So
Or it's a scan.
it's
or
like
something.
yeah, but that's the thing. Like
Yeah.
he does a super high res photo of it and then scans that or whatever. It's not like he scans line work in and then colors it. That
No,
thing
he
is
does it all
fully done.
physical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very cool.
It's crazy.
Preston's like the Monty Moore of CG.
Yeah, I think he's kind of the Frank Frazetta Jr. You know, because like his stuff is so inspired by Frazetta. There's someone behind you. Will, there's someone behind you.
There's no one there. What are you talking about?
There's no one there. Only ninjas.
I like ninjas.
I like rock and roll ninjas. Ew. That picture's getting fixed now.
Yes.
That one right there.
Well, not
Yeah.
now. I have to wait
'Cause-
for.
We're gonna
Because this
chop
cup
its
looks like shit.
we're gonna chop its dingle off and put a new one in.
Yeah.
Ooh, easy there. I'm crippled. I'm not dead, okay? And here's just a look at all the covers across the cover. A is Preston's. B is Joe Ball's. Did you say all these matched up with the letters?
For the
Cius
first
Catapanos,
three.
and then of course Rob Willis has to go and do something that messes everything
Well,
up.
we
right?
didn't have letters to match for Rob and Shelby, so they're just D and E.
They're just D and E.
Yeah.
But this E, the ASM 50 homage.
Yep, that's the Ramita Jr. cover.
Yeah.
See, I was paying attention all the times I was stalking you.
Yep.
I wasn't
love
just trying
that,
to. I wasn't just trying to whisper in the chat.
I love that Shelby was like, "Why don't we do a Ramita Jr. homage?" And I was like, "Oh,
Why don't
dude,
we
that's
do that?"
Great, because we looked at it and the light was just perfect, the rays of light,
Yeah.
and I think that's probably. I love all my covers. I
Yeah.
do.
It's so
But I
hard to
think
pick a
that's my
favorite.
third favorite because I have to say that my artist is my favorite. But then I love Joe Catapano's and I love Shelby's.
It's so hard. They're all so good.
I love the color on Shelby's. I love the shine on
Yeah.
Shelby's. He looks like an angel.
Oh yeah, this one right here.
That's Joe's, yeah. Joe's is great, but Shelby's, I think, he's my third. My second favorite is Joe Catapano's, C, yeah, because just the art on that is absurd.
I love them all equally.
Sure.
Sure you,
You're-
sure you do, Mom.
Yeah, exactly. Very diplomatic, Mom. But Shelby also breaks the standard palette. Everyone else is doing blues and greens and hues like within that area of the color spectrum, and Shelby's
Yeah.
just like, no, let's just go gold and red and orange.
And it works.
Just full on in the other direction. I was like, yeah, bro, you do it.
Everybody with ADHD is gonna buy my cover because
I
it
did-
looks
I bought
shiny.
I was like, yep, sure, man. Sign me up. We're going to use that
I'll
one.
buy it. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
I did. I
it
bought the
from
cover,
him,
exactly.
so he could do it. That's true.
And it looks much better than a junior piece because we discovered right around ASM 260 is where John Jr. Quit doing like really good art and just started his chicken scratch cross hatching.
Well, he started
of everything.
phoning it in. You can
Yeah.
even see it there if you zoom in real tight on Shelby's signature. it says Shelby Robertson after JR. So the man is so classy. He even did the it's above you.
I didn't catch
It's
that.
above you.
Oh, I went too far.
He's so classy. He even credited homage to the original artist. It's down there in the lower right hand corner. Like you got to get super tight.
Oh yeah, I won't do it.
Super tight. I saw it earlier today because I was posting something online. Someone asked me, "Is it okay to do cover homages?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's absolutely okay to do cover homages." Oh, you can't even see it here; it's so blurry.
Yeah, hold on. Let me.
Get the actual. Here,
Yeah.
Stop. I'm gonna do.
Exactly.
I know what I'm gonna
Email
do.
it to you.
I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna go to Twitter, which
Oh,
is
because you have the actual.
which is where the
first-
thing is. Yeah,
the
Twitter.
first sneak peek.
Well, no, it's where I actually posted the
Oh,
The,
I thought you meant the first
tweet that I
sneak
can't
that you
talk.
got.
Leave me alone.
No. No.
Right? Media. Gummy. God damn it, Kimberly.
Ha 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 ha. Oh yeah, I didn't know
So
what
here,
that
let me
meant.
share my screen. Share. Stop.
Yep.
Share screen. Share
Share
screen.
the screen.
Share
Calm down.
this one. So there, if you add that, there you can see. Yep, Shelby Robinson after JR.
Yeah.
Such a classy
Cool.
dude.
Yeah.
Shelby's really one of my
awesome.
favorite guys right now.
Yeah. Shelby's fantastic. He's just awesome.
My friend did something like that too on my leather jacket that he airbrushed.
Oh, nice.
Look at that foot. Look at these feet.
Yeah, that's not Rob Liefeld.
No, that's the thing. Like, feet are so important to me.
And the feet on the Macs are like hard.
They're hard,
dude.
yeah.
Except
They
Sean
really
was
are.
Sean was making a Liefeld joke the other night because the two that he showed, he drew a mountain up over so he wouldn't have to draw feet on the second one.
Well, if you look at Pow's piece is really good too. Are we showing Pow's right now? Are you seeing it?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. Where's the feet, bro?
they're all tucked in.
Where's the feet? Where's the feet? There's no feet. Looks
No feet
amazing.
anywhere.
No feet.
Yeah.
No feet,
Hey.
bro.
I never realized.
I don't normally cheese and not draw the feet. You know, it's just.
But then again,
But there are
But
no
then again-
feet on the. You get like
Jim
one
Lee
foot.
ain't doing it either.
Yeah.
No feet.
You get like a
Yeah,
rogue
and then he
foot.
goes to DC and gets stupid and draws the soles on Batman's boots.
Yeah. Crazy.
Just seeing Vince faint over and over again. And
Don't accidentally close streamer.
up over Kim's head is my airbrushed leather jacket.
Oh, nice. I see it. The Joker one?
Yep.
Nice, dude. That's great.
It's got multiple issues. Yeah, I have multiple issues. It's got multiple images all over it, and it's all out of the Alex Ross art book from DC.
I love the way the hairline kind of fades up into the collar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's dope as hell, man. It really
It's
is.
so cool.
and the way the biker leather jackets are,
Yep.
it's got that piece down at the waistline, and that piece is where you see Joker and Batman battling on the very bottom.
Oh, that's
Oh,
great.
nice. That is one sharp looking jacket.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's so
cool.
sharp. I was so excited when I got my 22-foot trailer full of all my crap in, and I opened up a box and the jacket was in it, and the jacket put me in the hospital.
Oh
Fucking shit.
How'd that happen?
Well, I'm 6'2", so it's a big jacket, and it's like old school biker jacket, and it's heavy as hell.
no. Yeah.
I'm in a motorized wheelchair. If a stiff breeze touches the throttle control on the chair moves.
Oh, no.
I can't feel from my cast down to my toes. I have no feeling. I've got like neuropathy so bad it's ridiculous. So all my comic book boxes were like stacked up, like 5 feet high, 6 deep, and the chair started going forward slowly, and my feet started folding down and around, and I didn't feel anything until my knees hit the boxes. But it caused the skin. It caused a skin tear, so I ended up in. I didn't notice it, and then I went to go get a cup of coffee, and I backed up from my desk here, and I went back, and there's like a huge puddle of blood on the carpet underneath my desk, and I'm like, oh, that's not natural.
And your first thought was, how the hell am I getting that out of the carpet?
Well, no, I would have just put another piece of carpet over it.
Yes.
Smart man.
It's like, where's the newspaper? Well, I ended up going to the hospital. I ended up being stuck in there for like 3 or 4 days before they could release me back.
Sorry.
So,
But did you get to keep the jacket?
yeah, the jacket's still here.
Yeah, man. That's it. In the end, it all worked out.
Yeah, it all worked. Well, yeah, I'm not going to give them the jacket. Somebody offered me like a crap load of money at Boston Comic-Con before it became stupid Fan Expo there. And
We're going there.
We'll be there.
Are you going?
Yeah. We kind of
And,
have to, man. We have to take every opportunity, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. But I was offered like somebody offered me like $4,000 for the jacket,
Wow.
and then I looked at them and I go, in cash. Yeah, cash.
Nice.
I go, okay, show me the money. Well, I don't have it on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have the jacket on me.
And that's where it's staying.
And they're like, well, there's an ATM machine out in the lobby. I go,
You can only take out 500 a day, dummy.
Yeah.
I go, you know what else is out in the lobby? What? I go, the police. And they just look at me. I go, I'm also here on work because I got in through a friend of mine who's a comic book art dealer, and I helped him load in and load out. And I had license to carry back then, and because it was dealing with
Money.
millions of dollars worth of art, I get to be strapped up. So I just go,
Let me show you both of them.
and they're just like, I gotta go now. I go, yeah, I thought you did.
Now.
Yeah, you do. Go get that $4,000.
Yeah.
We'll talk then.
Then I got stupid because some girl came up to me, started complimenting the jacket, and I didn't realize she was kind of like talking to me. I thought she was kind of like noticed it and was giving it a nice compliment as she passed by, but she was actually talking to me. And by the time stupid me realized that, she was long gone. I was like, oh, this convention sucks now.
And from then on, it was stupid Fan Expo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ever since then. But let's put this back up there.
How's it going, Sean? You hanging in there?
I'm hanging in there.
Look what you did, man. You're spreading the yawns across the internet.
I do that. I'm the one that keeps Will up on Wednesday nights with this show. He's like, man, I'm trying to go to sleep. I'm like, no, because I won't finish it otherwise.
Not this past week, but the week before we realized it, because time was going by so quickly, we were on for like 4 hours. It was like 3:00 in the fucking morning.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
way past my
but
bedtime.
Yeah, it was only 2:00 for you. I know. Shut up.
but that Boba Fett sold, so you know.
Oh yeah. He did this awesome Boba Fett that week, and like the next day it was already gone.
Oh yeah, I woke up to a message like I want it. I'm like, oh okay, cool.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Sold.
I know.
And I planted the idea of him doing a piece of that last cut frame for the end of Mandalorian there when they do the promo for the Book of Fett.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna do Boba on Jabba's throne, with Fennec behind him, chugging away on a bottle of who knows what.
That's a
Window.
fantastic image right there.
Oh, that's right.
I just want more Baby Yoda, man. I
Yeah,
really do.
that's my favorite.
I lost my mind at the season finale of season 2 when they brought back Luke.
Yeah.
I
The whole
was
time.
jumping up and down. I was screaming. I was cheering, and then I realized that means that Grogu is leaving the show,
And then I
and
started
I
crying.
instantly got depressed. It's like it was this moment of elation and then incredible depression.
So, like, for months, my
I don't
sister and I
think-
only communicated through Baby Yoda memes. Like, that was it. We would just text each other Baby Yoda
Just
memes,
memes,
all day
sing and
long,
talk.
all night long, for months.
I
That's
don't
all we
think
did.
he's going. I think he'll be back in season 3.
Well,
there's too
we'll
much
see.
money.
He might be back in some capacity, but he's not going to be a recurring character on the show. They're focusing on the Darksaber story arc.
Whatever, I want Baby Yoda!
I agree, man. Like it's crazy if they don't include him because he's what made that show money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
As cool as Mando is,
I love him.
Baby Yoda was the moneymaker.
I love his Baby Yoda. Nice.
I think everybody was just happy to see
Pay attention,
something.
Aaron.
Good. Yeah. I was really happy the first episode of it that I saw, and I was like, holy shit, this is Lone Wolf and Cub.
Yeah.
And then
Absolutely.
every episode felt like old school Japanese and Asian cinema.
Yeah.
There was the one that was directed by Ron Howard's daughter,
Bryce Dallas.
and that was straight up Seven Samurai.
Yeah. That was
Like
good.
the villagers hire him to defend them from the evil, the evil dudes rolling through. It even had the rice paddy scene. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" The way that they bring him from the forest into the village on the wagon. There were such clever cinematic nods all the way through. They knew what they were doing. Everything was being done on purpose with intent, and that's the way I like all of my entertainment done. It's
Yeah, they
not
should just leave.
MacGuffining. Like, oh, hyperspace, that'll solve it. Let's just fly the starship through the thing. Yeah!
No. They should just
Invalidating
leave
20 years of Star Wars canon.
everything in their hands.
Yeah, everything Disney has done is violated all those years of Star Wars canon.
Yeah.
Not everything Disney's done. Okay, well,
Mandalorian.
There was little
Bad
glimmers.
Batch.
Right, there was glimmers in Force Awakens that were okay, and
That was the only one that I could tolerate of them.
Rogue
To
One
be
was
fair,
cool.
I stopped
Rogue
watching
One.
after Last
Where's
Jedi.
Rogue One?
I saw Last Jedi and I was like, that's it, I'm done. I
yeah,
got nothing.
I
the
saw
how did that get
Rise of
made?
Skywalker, and I wish I hadn't. I don't even acknowledge 8 and 9 anymore.
People were like, "Oh my god, it's not Star Wars." And you know what? I guess it isn't, but I saw Last Jedi and I was like, "How did this movie get made?
Yeah.
This isn't a movie. This is I don't even know what
Yeah,
it
you don't
thinks
even
it
have
is.
to-
It's a poorly crafted attempt at story making. It's fully half-baked.
Right. Even if it wasn't Star Wars, or
None of it
include
makes
all of the
sense,
Star
and
Wars
they're gonna
stuff out
call
of
it Star Wars. Like
On
that's
top of it.
insult to injury to Star Wars, Like
I mean,
if it was,
it's bad when Mark Hamill was like,
Yeah.
no,
Then he got in
that's
trouble.
not Luke.
Didn't he get in trouble?
right,
'Cause-
right.
Yeah.
He did a great promo, or not a promo. He did a great interview where he was talking about what is success in Hollywood, how they measure success, and they measure success by whether or not it makes money. Not by whether or not the fans like it or whether or not it's good storytelling or even a good movie. And he compared, or he used Transformers as part of the analogy. And he's like, look at Transformers. It makes lots and lots of money. I couldn't watch it. It looks like it was edited in a Cuisinart.
Yeah.
And he talks very stream of consciousness, a lot of I talk the same way, and then he goes, oh, wait, I probably shouldn't have said that. I just realized all of this is being recorded.
Like, I'm just
But
talking.
it's the same
Sorry
idea.
for
It's
that.
like it's like Hollywood doesn't understand what's good. They don't. They don't know what the fans want. They only know money, and they're very much concerned with the Asian box office. China is huge. So if they can't sell something in China, then they probably aren't going to make it. If they lose Chinese sales, then they're probably going to revise it. Or, they even market things differently over there. If you remember, the posters were all different in China. They removed Finn completely from the posters.
I can't imagine why.
It's... I could tell you.
Oh, I can tell me too, but...
It's messed up, bro. But the point is that Disney and Hollywood, they only think about whether or not a thing brings in cash. And these movies these days are getting increasingly large budgets, $300, $400, $500, $700 million. We are seeing
they overpay
budgets.
Everybody.
We are seeing these budgets, except the writers, right? Except the writers.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're not paying the writers at all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Maybe
I'm a
that's why
writer.
all
You think I'm happy about this? Like, sure. You pay your effects department. I completely understand it. Maybe pay the writer of a better movie. When I remember a while back, we were talking. Well, not me, but like we as the world were talking about how to make better films for diverse casts. How do you make casts that are actually diverse? Denzel Washington, who's my favorite dude, gave a great interview, and he said it starts with the writer. You have writers envision characters. Characters get created in writers' heads. Give the writers the freedom to make the movies they want to make, and you'll get diverse films. You don't have to push an agenda. You don't have to do anything. Give them the freedom to make the films that they see. The real world is diverse. Writers write what's reflected. They write what's reflected in the world.
Yeah, Hollywood wants to force diversion down, and their idea on how to make something diverse is one, get rid of all the white people. Two, tokenize as many characters as we can and put them in a blender so they hit 5 or 6 check mark boxes on the way out.
Yeah, it's disheartening to know that instead of it being true to life, it has to be artificially formulated to check boxes. Because, look, life is diverse. There are certain parts that are more diverse than others. If you're in a particular area where there is an ethnic majority, you're going to see mostly that type of people. Trying to portray a ethnic area as fully culturally diverse when it's not isn't really authentic. If you're creating a fantasy world or you're creating science fiction, you have a lot more freedom to innovate what a future society would look like. I really liked how they did it in Ender's Game. Do you remember Ender's Game? They had a diverse cast in Ender's Game. And when I say diverse, I don't mean it was all minority characters, because that's not diversity. That's just all minority characters. That's just all minority characters. If everyone is black, there's no diversity. If everyone is white, there's no diversity. You can't call it diverse unless there is a variety. But in Ender's Game, they didn't even bring it up as an issue. Like, Ender was getting the crap kicked out of him for other reasons. It had nothing to do with skin color. They focused on like the adversity and the bullying and all that other stuff for the actual reasons that those things happen. There were plenty of people with different skin color in that movie. They didn't even talk about it. We can argue about like Lord of the Rings and stuff. People saying that there aren't enough diverse characters in Lord of the Rings. The orcs are the only characters you get of color, and I'm like, dude, they're orcs. They're not of color. They're greenish, brownish, black. That's not of color. Yeah. They're monsters. So no, they're not a metaphor for black people. He was writing them as Nazis. The point is that in that fantasy world, he didn't imagine that because that's not the world he saw. He was living in a time where he did not see a broad diversity of faces. He was living in the middle of World War II in the UK. The bad guys were Nazis. Yeah. Everyone was white. That's what you're going to get. And you can't go back in time and say, well, that's not racially diverse. That's not, progressive. Of course not. World War II wasn't progressive. There are times in our past that weren't progressive. Leave them alone. Let them be what they were. You want to do something progressive? Be progressive now, but don't demand that progress look a certain way. Sorry, I went off a little bit.
Okay, that's all right.
Oh, it's okay.
I've been trying to like get away from this whole complaining about stuff though, because I'm trying to like, create and be positive. Because there's so much negative shit out there, and everyone's always talking about
putting out stuff that you gotta complain about. I mean,
that's the thing. I mean, I was just telling Will before the show. It's like, I'm 40 now, right? I don't belong to the new generation that is now forging its way in entertainment. My brain is not as plastic as it used to be. I don't get to change my mind the way that I used to. I'm kind of set in my ways. And I'm not the one leading the charge in entertainment. I don't have the innovative voice and not one of the young pioneers. They don't want me around anymore. I get that. They want to make the movies they want to make. Stuff that I would complain about. But rather than sit over here and complain about how they're burning down Rome, oh, there goes the Parthenon, oh, there goes the Colosseum, up in flames, oh, now this is on fire, oh, they made Robin gay, which they didn't, they made him bi, but whatever, it's still bullshit. Instead of sitting over here and complaining while Rome burns,
Robin.
I gotta make something. I gotta be like, whatever, they didn't want me in their city, but they're also burning their city down. So maybe I should just be okay that I'm not in their city. Let go of my attachment to it and make my own thing. That's why, Garrett, the artist, calls Star Wars an abusive relationship. He says, Aaron, you're in an abusive relationship with Star Wars. No matter how many times they fuck it up, you always go back to it because you love it. And you're like, well, maybe they won't hurt me again. And then they hurt you again. You have to let go. You have to move on. And it's
Garrett,
so
they're going to keep hurting you until Kathleen Kennedy and her goon squad is gone.
And even after that, it's still not going to be the same.
It's still not. Nothing's going to be the same as it was.
Right. So we got to let go. And maybe one of these days they'll spontaneously give us a happy miracle of a good show. Like The Mandalorian. I didn't expect that to come along. Yeah. I wasn't sitting there anticipating The Mandalorian. Oh, no. I stopped paying attention to Star Wars. And then they were like, hey, wait, look, here's a gem. And I was like, great!
Yeah.
So I was happy.
That whole thing was like, man, if this thing isn't fucking good, I am so done. As much as it pains me, I will just watch nothing but Star Trek.
Ugh.
Don't do that to yourself.
Yeah, I mean, Star Trek's okay, but have you taken a look at modern Star Trek?
Look, my favorite meme is Captain Picard with his hand over his mouth. No, not the facepalm one.
Oh, okay.
But he's got his hand over his face like this, and you can see that he's laughing hysterically. And it just says, they named the new Star Trek Discovery. So it's STD.
Whoops.
It's that was garbage, and I mean,
I will admit, I loved Next Generation, but man, I can't do it. I can't watch the old Star Trek or the new Star Trek or anything. That's the only anomaly that I can watch.
What, TNG?
Yeah.
I like DS9. There were parts of Voyager I liked. I liked Janeway. I thought she was a pretty good badass female character. She was
Janeway was great. Orange is the New Black.
The original Star Trek, honestly enough, is the one that I find probably the most boring of all of them. But then again, I didn't grow up with it, so I don't have the attachment other people do. I actually grew up with The Next Generation. We used to watch it on Channel 11 on Wednesday nights or whatever. And then it went into syndication, and we watched it all the time.
Punk-ass kid.
It's okay. I mean, I've seen the original. It's just not my jam.
No, well,
my dad would watch the old school, the old original series, and I'm like, oh god, this is so boring. And then TNG came out, and I was like, all right, I can get behind this.
I could jam with that. Yeah. Deanna Troi, I'm all right. I can invest in this.
I had a thing for Crusher.
Of course you did.
Dude, redhead.
I mean, yeah.
Redhead.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
you're allowed to be wrong, Will.
You know, that my mother always wanted me to marry a doctor. So.
I think it was just the red hair.
You're right, it was.
Uh-huh.
It didn't matter.
Deanna Troy had the curves though. She was also a doctor, right? She was like the emotional counselor. She's like a psychologist. Psychologists are doctors. Could have gone that way.
No, they are the bane of my existence, is what they are. Well, because you know, like 9 out of 10 relationships, the girl is always like, "We should go to counseling." You go, well, if we should go to counseling, that just means we should just break up.
But if by counseling you mean, you know, the drive-through, then okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chalupa. So, tell me about the little mech toy.
Little mech toy is a STL file, 3D rendered Liberator chassis. So it's Mother's Mav with the spikes on the shoulders and the rockets and everything.
It's a resin print.
And it's a resin print, and it's about 4 inches tall. And we're still waiting on the physical proof to make sure it's what we want.
Oh, okay.
And if it winds up being too big, then we might shrink it down to be like 3.5 inches. But regardless, we're going to make sure that that everything scales properly so it fits everywhere. And it's going to be base gray like that so that you can paint it if you want to.
Yep.
Because we know a bunch of people, I mean nerds, I mean people who like painting miniatures.
As long as they're not too many. If they're they're like tiny ones, I'm like, just give them to me painted. I'm like, I can't deal with that.
No, this one's big enough to paint. We should do a painting stream with you one day.
Oh, we will. We're going to do a painting stream with Joe Catapano's Star Secret toy.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to win that prize.
Yeah, I think ours is in the batch that's going out with the
height of this, not the fineness, because this thing's very thin and, you know, whatever, but about the height. So the miniature's about this big.
Okay, cool.
Chunky resin piece.
Did you just call me a resin piece?
No, I called you chunky.
Aaron! You're bad.
Yeah, I am bad.
It's okay. He called me chunky too. It's okay.
That was after you had pizza for dinner.
I did. I ate all the pizza and fried mozzarella and eggplant fries. I ate all the bad food today, and it was awesome.
I need ice cream.
We have lemon blueberry cheesecake waiting in the fridge.
That's gonna put me into a coma.
Yes, that's what you eat, and then you go to sleep.
And then of course the 16 gig flash drive, which you get to use as a flash drive.
It's true.
That has the PDF. The PDF isn't made yet. I will admit to that, but it is being made as we speak.
Because it doesn't have to go to print.
It doesn't go to print at all.
That stuff can get focused on later.
Yeah, it gets slapped together with some very creative digital design in Photoshop. But all of the like background information and all of that other stuff, that's already done.
Yeah. And just the design of it.
I get to like write it up. I get to write stuff up like they're like encrypted data transmissions. So I have to like, you know, put like number signs and symbols and numbers and things and like intersperse it throughout the writing to make it look like a garbled transmission, so that it looks cool in Photoshop, so that when it goes to PDF it looks like a image, not just text. So that's the stuff that I'm doing right now.
Yeah. Formatting.
Of course, the backup mags are the variant covers and just the variant covers.
Correct. No print.
And of course, you can throw on the Ashcan anthology for 10 if you want to. And that's
like if you want to get the
right now.
here.
It's looking like that's going to be 28 pages. There are 3 stories in there. One is by me, one is by Travis Gibb, and one is by Kimasabe, author of The Company Men, you know, Lee Byron Carver. Yep. And we've got, his is really good. I worked on it with him. I edited that, and it got really freaking solid. I'm very happy with it. It's the closer. Like I think we do mine then Travis's or Travis's. It doesn't matter. His is like the strong third act. It's my favorite one, and Dillard. I got Dillard to draw his, and Joe's drawing mine. Joe Catapano's drawing mine.
Yeah.
And then there's a T-shirt. And if you signed up for the mailing list, the image that's on that T-shirt, you're getting that as a sticker, a big 5-inch vinyl sticker with a holographic finish.
The physical proofs of those should be in this week.
Yeah, we can't wait to show those off and go, were you one of the 200 that's getting this?
I ordered a couple of different finishes because we still weren't sure which one we liked best.
So thrilled that it's looking like the conversion rate for people who were on the sign-up list to the people who have backed is very, very high.
Yeah.
Like, the percentage is super high. So I'm very happy that people who signed up to be notified were like, yeah, I'm definitely backing this.
Yep.
It means I did my job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I signed up ahead of time, and I will just blame Frog G because, links.
Yeah, man.
I'm like,
he is the
I'm like,
best.
what's this? He goes, oh, that's the book they're doing. Oh, cool.
Click on it. What do you have to lose, right?
I clicked on it and I signed up, and I'm glad because that way I get the sticker because I can't fit in the T-shirt because I'm too chunky.
We've got triple XL, my bro.
I'm too chunky. Joey doesn't share food.
The sticker is this big. It is larger than the resin model.
It's 5
It's
inches.
taller than the resin model. It's huge.
It's a big boy. It's very cool.
And then this is kind of like, this is the pilot profiles for the characters, but this is kind of like what you're going to get if you got the collector's box. Mm-hmm. You're going to get your
very own.
Your very own art rendered face. So we're not going to like print your picture or anything. And you don't even have to send in your own picture. You can just kind of describe a character or whatever. The cool thing about crowdfunding is that I get to reach out to you directly and have like a direct communication with you. It's like, you guys being my friendly neighborhood shoppers at my LCS. I get to be like, so what do you want your guy to look like? Okay, how many piercings do you want in your face? That kind of thing. And then you get to design your mech too, and you get a call sign, and you get your weapon systems, and maybe a little bit of information yet. I'm not entirely certain how the format's going to go, but it's going to look very similar to that.
Well, I'm already ahead of the game with that.
Yeah, you are. You already designed something.
Yep. You are ready to go.
So Sean, man, get a collector's box and we'll put your mech together. Make that thing look badass. Red and black, and it'll have a scythe, and it'll be cool.
Cool. I may have to do that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
There's the size comparison.
Oh, do you want to see the size comparison? Where's my...
It's over there.
Where? No, it's not.
It was over there. I don't know where you moved it to. I had them both there for you.
Well,
I have Gypsy, but...
That's not it. They're over here now.
But I had one for you over there. See, he moves things and doesn't.
No, you moved it. It's right here.
No, I did not move that.
Show the man the size.
So this is 9x12. These are the teaser comics that we printed up. This is what's on the campaign page. The comic book pages, we just printed them up. So it's 9x12.
Measure it against this. We'll take this back.
And this is a regular comic book. So it's
big.
It's a lot bigger.
Yes.
This is floppy because it's just a teaser ash can for
But it'll
purposes.
be like this thick, if not thicker, because this is only 60 pages and ours is looking like
and it'll
80.
be perfect bound, 12-point cover, UV coating, the whole nine.
We went the highest quality paper cover and finish that we could. And it was funny because Rob Arnold, Replicator, who kind of like, he literally put together a document, so you could say he wrote the book on indie crowdfunding for Comicsgate. He was talking about like how one of the things that you can do is make improved quality a stretch goal. And when we were talking to Leroy on the chat with his, his chat panel, they were saying that, you could make improving the quality of the book a stretch goal. And I was like, but it can't.
But we already made it the best quality.
Well, I guess I fucked myself. Oh no.
We'll just have to give you prints and merch instead, I guess.
It was cool. I like that show. They're actually the reason that we got, or I should say, they're the reason you guys are getting the Ashcan anthology.
Jake Adams.
What's up, Bionic Bro?
How you doing?
Jake Adams, Cobalt,
and Bionic Bra, hey Bra, is going to be on Monday. And by the way, thanks for just subscribing to the channel, man.
Awesome. Yeah, we're gonna have to come check you out on Monday, man. When's the book coming out? I want to see my ad. I have an ad in the back of his book. Yeah, cool. I did. Yeah. Because we're gonna be in funding when he's fulfilling. And I think I'm hilarious. The ad even has a QR code on it that you can scan, and it'll take you to my campaign page because I'm smart.
Yeah, next week.
An awesome book.
It is. It's
next
so
week
good.
Is Jake on Monday, 656 on Tuesday.
Good
second chance campaign.
Undead Border, yeah.
Sean's show is Wednesday night, 11 p.m. Eastern. Okay Boomer, the podcast with me and Thomas, where we go through like back issues because they had news on it this past week. We're gonna do Why the Last Man #1.
Nice.
They're doing a live action adaptation of that.
Yeah, that's why we're doing it.
Yeah.
What is he saying? Phoenix making the last trading card. As soon as that drops, they're going out.
Nice.
Good. Make him do it like now. Don't make me call him up and be like, "Ayo."
Oh wait.
It's like we know it's late, but get that card done. I want to see my ad.
Yeah, my ad and my multiple like metal covers,
all our goodies,
all the stuff that I got from
it
that
looks so
campaign.
Good.
Yep.
And Friday is a special show for anybody that has anything in demand to just come on and chill all their stuff.
Oh, hell yeah.
Very
nice.
Cool.
It's too bad that that tonight's the last night for the Embrace going out of in demand because it would have been cool if Odin got a chance to go on.
Oh, yeah.
Sucks for Odin.
Yeah. But he's on Bancroft now.
He was working on it when I was on their stream.
Wait, Phoenix still streams? Phoenix still streams? You mean Black Rose Comics streams?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The Weeb stream. Don't be laughing,
we got
you
called
comic
out.
weeb. You comic weeb.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're a closet weeb.
We got called out hard. It's true, though.
Yeah, Aaron even changed our names to Weeb Farius and Weeb Girl.
Yeah.
I love Japan. I went to Japan. I mean, I've always loved Japan and Japanese culture, but we went to Japan and we didn't want to come home. It was just amazing. There was just so much fun stuff to do and cool stuff to see.
Yeah, one of my comments that I made to your guest during Flatten and Chatting the other night was, I will join CG Japan.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he sent me sushi. That's right.
You're actually the reason that we went and had sushi.
Yes, we
well,
did. We
thanks.
Went and had sushi after
I mean,
that.
thank you. Really, it was a while since we had it. It was really good.
Yay!
Jake got the secret perk to Mavericks. I'm excited. Love this campaign.
Yay,
Cool, bro.
You.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
And a new thing got unlocked tonight too.
Yes.
Yes, you guys get a unification pin.
Yeah.
What's at 13? Do we know on the list?
13
Will, do you wanna run down the
another
campaign
print
list and tell me what's at 13?
I believe it's Maxi Dello,
Is it Moxie Dollars?
which we should have this
Well,
week.
Matt Barr finished his today.
Yeah.
His pencils and inks today. So
Okay, here we go.
So maybe we could switch.
okay, this is what you really want to see. This is the goodie train.
Okay.
No, you want the goodies.
All the goodies. The Luke Stone print colored by Ichthus, who doesn't think he did a good job, so he wants to do it over again.
Yeah, he wants to do more.
I think he did a good job, though.
Of Mother, the main character, and then these cool ass double-sided standees.
They're 2 inches tall, so they're not huge. They're a
Those
little
are
small.
also on their way to us, so we can
But
show
there's
them off.
7 of them, and you get to make a little battle scene out of them. So, it was cool.
Yeah, they're cool. And what's even better is once we all stop playing the Mavericks tabletop game, we can use these as our characters.
It's true.
It's true.
See, he knows what's coming,
Mm-hmm.
ladies and gentlemen. That's also, those are 6 a.m. comics chibis.
Yeah.
You know, he does a lot
Most
of people's
people do
stickers.
stickers,
6am
but-
does stickers for a lot of people, so we got him
did
to design them,
chibis.
but then we turned him into standees, and he thought we were really smart. Now I think a whole bunch of people want to do standees, which is great because now you can also get chibis on your campaign. Get stickers and standees.
Stickers and standees.
Get the standees. That way you don't have to worry about, man, I'm out of room to put stickers anywhere.
Or I don't want to use them because I don't know if I'll
Because they're so
have this
Yeah.
guitar case in 20 years.
That's me. I never use my stickers
You'll never
on
know what to put 'em
anything
on.
because, like you said, but what if I don't have this thing anymore or breaks?
It's like
or-
stamps, man. Some people collect stamps, right? They don't put them on things.
Yeah.
Especially not a bill.
Yeah.
Or, or if you put a stamp on the bill, you forget to sign the check. So,
Yeah.
stuff like
Right
that.
here, take the stamp. In lieu
The
of pen.
selfie, is this a card or a print?
Print.
print,
All of
A4.
these are A4 size prints, so they're like 8.3 by 11.7.
Oh, cool.
So they're big. They're at least a size of a piece of paper, and they get framed in just like your generic store frame can frame these. So it's not 11 by 17, which is too hard. You have to get an upsized frame. But these aren't like 5 by 7 mini prints, which don't look good inside of regular frames. Go to the Walmart, buy a picture frame. This will fit in it. It's standard size.
Yeah. And we don't have to worry about shipping it separately or
Because
differently
the
or
book is
rolling it
slightly
up or
bigger.
putting it in a tube.
Just stacks
'cause
right on top of
It'll
the book.
fit right in with everything else and be protected. So
Yeah, books 9 by 12. These are 8.3 by 11.7. So they line up nicely.
And this is by Elliot Rodriguez and Matt Yaki.
Matt Yaki is a fire colorist.
Yeah, he really
He's
is.
so good.
And then Shay's patches,
Yep,
Yep.
Shay's patches.
because any patches on any campaign are Shay's.
Really,
Or for Shay.
just for Shay.
100%.
No one else uses them. You know that. They go in a drawer.
they're-
She's the only one who wants them.
The patches are for Shay and to piss off Eric. So
So win-win, depending on who you are.
the Fifth Street print.
By Zevius. I really like that one because it's very... he does like distorted stuff. It's very interpretive. I really like having a bunch of different styles of people's takes on the art. Like our art, Matt Barr's art, just because I was looking at it today, so I'm thinking of it. The Elliot Rodriguez piece, all of that like stays very true to the art style of what Mavrics looks like. This is so much different. It's out of the box. We have a Jason Bascom print towards the very end of the stretch goals, and like he's the Sam Keith of Comicsgate, right? Mm-hmm. His stuff is just so dynamically proportioned, you could say. Do you remember the Max with the giant feet, Sam Keith?
Yeah.
That's Jason Bascom to a T. He draws these crazy out there things. You want to see what a Maverick drawn by Jason Bascom would look like? Yeah, you
Very
do.
cool.
Yeah, you do. Crazy hulking robot thing.
Very cool.
The magnet. I like
For Amanda
magnets.
B. And for Will.
Yep, they're good. This one's nice. It's not super high strength, but it's one of those like nice slap magnets that you can put on something.
Yeah.
It's kind of a little bit of flexibility to them. You actually have them around here somewhere.
They're
Physical
in my
proofs
purse.
are in the
They're
purse.
upstairs.
Yeah, in the purse.
They're in my purse.
They were in the
They're
car.
upstairs. They were, and then I put them in my purse. And my purse was down here, but then I brought it upstairs. to
Thank
get
you for the
pizza.
explanation. We don't need
You're
to know
welcome.
that. We have Brian Bellondo and Brian Manier's Chaotic Crossover. That's Scott Payne's Chaotic Flux comic that came out earlier this year. If you didn't catch it, I caught it. We just haven't got it yet because it hasn't shipped. But we did a bunch of crossover prints because I really like the community that we're a part of, and I wanted to celebrate it. Then we got Chibi Selena's Chibi stickers. There are 14 of those. Actually, if we get to 20, there are going to be 16 of those because there's a secret character unlock. But you guys get 14 Chibi stickers at 8.
And they will be colored in. This was just a mock-up.
Yes, they will all be colored in.
I actually forgot to
Again.
change out the stretch goals. Sorry. We have the colored version of the car wash from
By Mike McMahon and Matt
McMahon and Matt
Yaki.
Yaki.
Splooge!
I just forgot to Splooge. Why are we splooging? I don't know.
Because
why not?
Why
Okay.
wouldn't you want to splooge? Yeah, the car wash print is really neat. I loved Mike's idea because we hired him for a series of prints because we wanted to do the two-sided print. One side for Indiegogo, one side for the Kickstarter campaign. So that's the print that comes on the main book and comes with everything except for the digital version. So we hired him for that, and I was like, you're really, really nicely priced. What if I hired you for a bunch of other stuff? And he's like, okay, like what? I was like, I don't know, we'll figure it out later. And he's like, how about we do a car wash print? Mother washing the Mav in like a bikini. And I was like, sold! Because reminds me of some J. Scott Campbell pinup, or like the old Homage Studios swimsuit edition, or, the stuff, once again, from the 90s that I grew up on that I thought was really cool. So that's where that print came from, and I can't wait to see it colored. I haven't actually seen it colored. You have it. I have never seen it.
No, you have. You saw, because you saw me editing the stretch goals, so you saw it.
I don't remember seeing it colored.
Yeah.
You're a liar.
I'm not.
Then we got the pin that you saw earlier, which
Yes.
we're changing the back. We're changing the backing to be a locking clasp, not a stopper. Everyone's sticker, or everyone's pin or button, or no, pin. Everyone's pin this year has been a black stopper.
But
I've
ours
gotten
will
a
have
whole bunch of pins. I actually just got one earlier today.
Yeah.
It's a black stopper. We were just showing you Demon Hunter Raven. Yeah. His little pin is a black stopper. He does tiny little acrylic pins, so it's understandable. But a metal pin feels like it needs that locking back. Then there's the Gunship Thunder Punch crossover print with Brian Shearer. Brian Shearer's Gunship Thunder Punch happened this year. It was great. Gunship Thunder Punch 1 happened, I think it was 2019. It's just a fun mech, IP, a fun thing to, have a crossover with. And then we got the unification pin. Then Maxi Dallo. If you don't know Maxi Dallo, he does Jack Irons for Cody. So
I know Jack Irons.
So we have a Jack Irons crossover print at 13K.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's
right.
R&R. It's the squad hanging out in the bar with Jack.
I reviewed his first book. I found him on Insta, and I started messaging him, and he came on a couple of podcasts that we were associated with at OG, and I tried to get him on. He's like, some stuff has been happening, and I don't currently have the equipment to stream, and that was like the last I heard of him. I see him pop up every once in a while, but I know
he does streams now. He had a really rough year, bro.
Yeah.
Some of the hardest shit in the world happened to Cody. I felt really empathetic towards him, but things have been on an upswing for him lately.
He's relaunching on Indiegogo.
He's relaunching
right?
on Indiegogo. We're going to do a huge push with him because I love Jack Irons. I mean, he's just a good dude too. Do you remember the tagline for the Jack Irons story? It's when evil prevails, or something like that. When evil rises, heroes are inevitable.
Yeah.
I was like, that's freaking cool, because the guy's all about being heroic and fighting the good fight and standing up for the what's right. And Jack is really the embodiment of all that. He got beaten down by the world this past year, and he still hasn't let it crush him. And he's rebounding now, which is really, really good, because I think there's a lot of good stuff that's going to come from that kid in the next year. I can call him a kid. I'm 40.
I can call him a kid. I'm 51.
Yes, you could call me a kid.
I do.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
I mean, to be
But
fair,
I
I
can
call
call
him a
him-
kid too, and he's older than me.
Yeah. He legitimately can call me a kid.
It's true. I just can because you're my husband.
Then after that, there's a challenge coin. That's super cool.
I designed those. I'm very proud of them.
Okay,
I've gotten
so-
pretty good at this.
She told me it couldn't. I told her what I wanted, and she said that can't be done. And I
But I
said,
didn't think
"Oh,
I could
really?
find that
Well, you're
anywhere."
gonna have to figure out how." And then she did,
I
which
did.
is how we always make our best stuff. I give her the most ridiculous criterion for something, and I say, "Good, now go make it work."
And I go, I don't know about that. And he's like, well,
Well,
figure it out.
I need it to go with this one.
Oh yeah, you do.
And then I needed to go
With that
with that one.
Yes.
Somewhere around here, I have the wooden nickel from Blood and Bullets from Monty Moore
Very cool.
from the saloon and that, plus a poker chip. And I've got a big package getting mailed out from Matt Knowles and Steph Cannon on Monday because I hadn't read any of their stuff. So I bought the catch-up tier. You now are the most money I've spent on a campaign. But,
Yes.
but prior to like an hour and a half ago, it was there because it was like 170.
Yeah.
That was the stimulus check. This time I had to sell comics to buy comics. So it's
Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you.
I didn't actually sell them. I traded them. I traded these comics to this person to get these comics from these people.
That's
So-
exactly, yeah. That's how I look at it right now with a lot of the people that I've backed this past year. It's like I got their comic, and hopefully they'll back me, at least at the basic tier, and they can get my comic, and somewhere in there, money will figure itself out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I bought the challenge coin for Ears of Isildur as an add-on for like $6.
Yep.
Nice.
Because I'm over 150. What the fuck is $6 now?
Exactly.
So our challenge coin's double-sided.
Yes.
We've
and
got-
there's print on the edge too.
So it's blue on one side, red on the other, and there's a black rim around the edge, and it says Mavrics around the edge. And on one side, we've got the Norca information, and on the other, we've got the unification information. And it is not super large challenge coin size because Frequency Girl didn't want to do it that
Well,
big.
we can. It's 2 inches.
We could actually also no. You wanted to do like the 1.5 inch one, and I was like, why don't we
then
compromise at 1.67?
Okay.
But we can also
You're right, I
change
think
that
that's
because we haven't ordered it yet. We just designed it, and they can always change the vectored image for the ratio. So, that's that. I think it looks really cool. You can settle bets with it that way.
Yeah.
Blue side or red side.
I've also got a friend of mine one year when during the Nolan thing with Two-Face, a buddy of mine, John, went to a couple conventions with his girlfriend, and he saw the mock-up of the Two-Face coin from the Nolan series.
Nice with the
So-
crossed out. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've got that around here someplace too. I was like, can we get one that's crossed out on both sides, in case I'm flipping for something that I really want to do?
Nice.
Then you got another A4 print, the Matt Barr and Zaid Studios. We have the Matt Barr inks in if you want to see them.
Cool.
It's really good. He was doing the inks last night on
his
stream.
stream.
So they're all kind of out there. So I might as well show you because it's worth looking at. I think it's a really good image. Let me see if I can get the.
And Phil's brother's coloring it.
Oh no, different.
No,
Zaid.
different Zaid. This is Jeremy
Thevenot.
Thevenot. Although Matt, originally it was supposed to be Billy Basco, but Billy's very, very busy. We call him Busy Billy these days. He's also supposed to be doing a print for us, but we pushed his way towards the end because he's very backed up. So Jeremy Thevenot we brought on. He's doing a print also, and we gave him a coloring job earlier to do Sim's piece for CromCon, which is in the secret print perks, the secret prints.
Which is in the collector's box.
So we haven't paid him yet to do the Matt Barr piece, so I'm going to check in with Billy and see where he's at, and because Matt really kind of wanted Billy to do the coloring, and if not, then Jeremy is 100% on the money. But right now, the piece he's working on is freaking crazy, man. It looks so good.
I'm
Let me
excited.
try and find the. I just kind of want to show Will everything that we have.
We'll be here
I
till
just
tomorrow
can't-
morning.
I just can't show it to you on stream because it gives away all the secrets. Where is he? There he is. Matt Barr.
Sorry, I'm photoshopping while we're talking because I realized after
I'm
we
sharing
get
the
off
screen.
stream. I'm gonna have to update the campaign
Because
so.
we're off the stream now.
Well, no, we're still on stream.
No, because we got unlocked the goal. All right, it's Jared Mastreen with you. This is the Matt
Oh,
Marquardt.
that's killer.
So this is the he's Red Chernobog. He's the antagonist, and he's got a big sword that's all scary and stuff, and he's slicing through Mother's hand like Luke and Vader. But this should be a somewhat familiar pose. You want to take a gander at what it could possibly homage to?
Well, when I first saw the protagonist's face, I started hearing the theme to Gigantor playing in the back of my head. So I know the pose.
That's what I'm talking about.
But I can't remember from
Did you
where.
share?
I'm looking for a good image of it to share.
Oh, I thought you said that's what I'm talking about.
I'm
Like,
about to.
gotcha.
Hold it up, Chris. I'm about to. Warm it up, Chris. That's what I was born to do. Of course, this is doing its thing, right? Just get real close here. It's not quite right, like exactly by the numbers, but it was inspired by Hulk 181. I'm gonna try and put a image up. So remember first appearance of Wolverine?
Yeah.
Hulk's coming down with his fist, and Wolverine's kind of got his arm out like that. Well, in this one, Hulk cut through Wolverine's arm.
That would have made the whole story different.
It would, because Hulk would have had a samurai sword. Been like Godzilla versus Kong, you know? You gave him a freaking super axe.
You know, Wolverine didn't realize that 10 minutes before Hulk had just killed Silver Samurai and
Yeah, right, and stolen his stuff. So then, after that, let me pop this away. After that on the campaign, I think we have trading cards.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right.
which Garrett's working on.
So you get 6
Storm
trading
Squad.
cards. It's all of Storm Squad. And we're going to do them in the plastic sleeve, you know, the 9-grid plastic sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the top row and the bottom row, all 6. But the middle row is empty. Because there's secret stuff that you need to unlock to get the middle row.
Oh, yeah.
And then,
I
of course...
Sugar got Phil's package in today because he was doing an unboxing this morning.
Oh, yeah?
And he got 3 trading cards and something I've never seen. It was just like 1/3 of those pages.
Huh. Weird.
So it was just like 3 sleeves and the 3 cards were in there. And they look, you know, I go, it's an awesome way to package it.
Yeah.
And it looked like he paid more money for the bubble wrap than he did for everything that was in the box.
I hear that. That's why I'm giving you guys a collector's box, though, because in a lot of ways, a lot of times, these things get lost, you know, like the pins and the trading cards and all the prints and everything. They wind up, like, in drawers or at the bottom of the comic box, you know, your long box, whatever. They don't fit right. And our book is already oversized, so we know it's not going in the long box. It's going on a shelf.
Yeah.
We wanted to give you the big box to put it in. So then we got Jeremy Thevenot's print, his A4, which I saw earlier today. The movement he's had on that is absurd. It is so good. Then we've got what you are most proud of.
Oh, the pop socket.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that.
Pop sockets are the things that go on the back of your phone that you hold
Yeah.
between like your 2 fingers and they pop open and shut. So we have a Mavrics pop socket, and it's officially licensed pop socket. So
My
you can
daughter will be
unscrew it and
astounded with that.
interchangeable with all the other pop sockets out there, you know, pop socket brand pop sockets. Then there is Eric Nienoltowski's print colored by Teo Gonzalez, and he's calling it Curryto Supreme. So it seems like after the 15K mark, all the Curryto prints just start appearing. You know, because it begins with Matt Bars. From there on out, just everything's Curryto. Everyone sees Chernobog from then on.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I want to do that.
And then at 20K, you get the secret character unlock. And that you get the battle standee character of him. You get the chibi sticker of him. And you get the secret trading cards. So you're unlocking 3 things there that round out everything from earlier.
Yeah.
That's where we got to go, guys. Like, for me to feel like this campaign is complete, we got to go to 20K and unlock that so that I can give you the things that, are all designed.
It's only another 8K.
Exactly.
We can do it.
We can get there.
We can get there. We got a month. We can do it. Then of course,
more than a month.
there's still stuff after that. There's still more prints after that. There's Jason's, and there's Billy's, and then there's the motion comic and the STL file, and then of course an animated short if Pie in the Sky we ever hit 100K.
Look, we already know you priced out the animated short so high, hoping that you weren't going to hit it because you didn't want to have to make it.
Yeah. I mean, I said I would love one.
Yeah,
if we're going to do one. I know how much we paid for 20 seconds of cell animation for the trailer. I want to do a 5-minute animation. You know what I mean? The ratio of 20 seconds to 5 minutes is quite a lot.
It's a lot, yeah.
So I was like, you know what? We'll make good money on the campaign. If we hit 20, I'll feel happy. Getting to 50 makes a motion comic, and we still make, money to put towards Volume 2. But if we get to 100, pretty much everything between 50K and 100K will just go right into the animated short.
Yeah.
There will be no money going anywhere but the animated short.
It'll be like, so how much money did you make on your campaign?
Negative dollars.
Make what?
Wait,
you're supposed to make money on those?
Money you're talking about?
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I understand. I didn't draw it.
She's doing Photoshop, and I'm pointing out all of her mistakes.
They're not my mistakes, though.
Who did draw it? Was it Garrett?
Yeah.
Garrett drew it?
Yeah.
You think Garrett made a mistake?
Or when they made the proof for the pin, they fudged it.
I guess they fudged it. Yeah, those are the stretch goals. I'm pretty satisfied doing a stretch goal every $1,000. Maybe if we really, really, really want to be accommodating to people, we'll switch some of the later ones to be backer numbers, like the backer total.
Yeah.
So that people don't have to reach so far. But that's, I haven't decided whether or not we're doing that. We'll see 2 weeks into the second 30 days.
And these are the classified intels.
Yes.
And unless you get the big box, you'll be missing out on most of these unless you bought them individually.
Right. When you get them, they get declassified, and you have 24 hours to claim them as a secret perk using a secret link that is dropped on the live stream that they're declassified on. And of course, we repost that link on Twitter, social media, and we send it out to existing backers in case they would like to back again and get the secret pin. Or you get it in the collector's box regardless. You don't have to worry about timing the classified intel. Now you're already going to get the classified intel. You know all the missions. You know what's going on. So far, we've done this mission briefing for Red Valkyrie, which is the Chuma Hill print Valkyrie's Flight. It's the main character Mother flanked by her 2 guardian angels, Cyborg Valkyrie and Red Valkyrie, and we sent them the original.
Well, we didn't send it yet, but we will.
Well, we will be sending it to them. Came with a certificate of authenticity, too. It's really cool. Wow. Then this is Ricardo Jamie's Bogan's Barrage, or Bombardment. I keep calling it Barrage because I think of Wolverine's Berserker Barrage.
Yeah. It's Mo Big's monkey.
Yeah. It's Mo Big's monkey with his name on the vanity plate on the Jeep. There's Pull-Out Pigeon on the right, and our contribution to the ARO, the AR-15 orangutan universe, Mecha Macaque, which I thought was clever.
Yeah.
And Ricardo Jamie enjoyed drawing it, so I was pretty happy. It's gorgeous too. Marcos did a great job on the colors. Those missiles, the tails on the missiles as they're launching, they're just so good. Then we've got something drawn by Mike Jimmy DeBrun. You know him from Life on Korra. He draws all the Life on Korra stuff. And of course, Ichthus colored it. This is section 8. The lore behind it is it's Sugar Chris in a red dress. So if that means something to you, you know what's what. It's actually suggested to me by Tanpa that I write little actual classified briefings, like tiny little paragraphs of like decrypted classified information about the classified intel. So I'm totally doing that, kind of explaining the reference or the homage or the whatever, kind of like, you know, behind the meme, that kind of thing.
Good luck explaining Chris in a dress.
I know. That's going to be a feat.
Chris lost this bet to Pale Rider during their weekly poker game.
And then somehow Anthony Figaro got involved, teasing him about doing the red dress run in New Orleans. So it's like
he canceled it because they canceled the red dress run for this year. He goes, "That's it. The bet's off. That was just for this year." I'm like, yeah, okay. Chris, we all know you want to get in a red dress and heels and run down the street.
Yep, it's true. We do know that.
And we're short on practicing after work. So,
I mean, what's wrong with feeling pretty every once in a while, man? Come on.
Nothing, man. Nothing. I'm not shaming him. Then this was the Extreme Volleyball Madness. It was modeled after the game DOA, Dead or Alive Extreme Volleyball. But there's also like this long history of Beach Babe volleyball competitions in comic books. And also Top Gun had a really cool volleyball scene. So like beach volleyball has been a recurring theme in comic books, and we thought it would be fun for our girls to team up with the Natverse girls and have a volleyball match that Nat himself gets to referee. And then because this was done for CromCon 16, Crom is hiding out underneath the judge's seat in the background there on the left, looking like a little gremlin. And that's why it's Volleyball Madness, because Pops Van Zandt is Comic Book Madness. So that's why the name of the print is this down here. This mission briefing.
I forgot to rename it.
I'm going to continue to yell at you because it's like the third time we've had to tell people that it's not called retro. It's called Full Bullet Magnum.
Bang on the table while I'm in Photoshop.
Full Bullet Magnum. And I didn't name it, Garrett did. But it is a crossover piece with Peter Palmiotti's character, Retro, who is a superhero that he's crowdfunding. And it's a mother going toe-to-toe with Retro after poor Jester already got his clock cleaned. And he's unconscious in the background. And everyone else is having a good time. And it's in the Norca boxing ring, because you can see the insignia on the floor there. I thought Garrett did a really good job at kind of fading that into the ground, into the foreground.
Yeah.
And then we just unlocked this one called Operation Funny Face, which is by Ray Griffith of Funny Figs. And this is Don Chin and Jester pulling a prank on Gustave Tremblay by painting a beard on his Mav Bigfoot. And it's funny because Don Chin is a parody writer. He did Beard Zerker, which had a beard in it, and it was a parody of Keanu Reeves. And now he's painting a beard on a Mav. And you can see in the foreground he's got his little radioactive hamster figure hanging out of his breast pocket. And it's, I really like the distorted caricature element of it. That's why we went and got Ray. Ray is a caricature artist. And I was like, well, this is, a parody piece for a guy who writes parodies. It's only right that we do it in, parody style art. And Don was touched by it. I've always wanted to touch Don, so I'm happy with how it came out. And there are more pieces coming. There are many
There are
more
more pieces
classified
coming,
prints to be declassified. There's 10 in
And
total.
is this still going on with?
Hex is going to do a stealth launch.
He's launching August
17th? I
thought
think
it
he
was
said
20.
17th.
Okay.
It might be the 21st.
I have to double check.
I think it's the 17th. But it will still be going on. If you back Mavericks, and however long Hex runs, if you back Hex 2, you will get this print. This print is hella dope.
Yeah.
It was done by King Salmon, who is also an animator. He does some really great work. And this is called Glavmav, because Hex Allen's book, Nephilim Squadron, has these jet fighters called Glavs in them. And our dudes are Mavs. So it's
Glavs and
Glavmav.
Mavs.
Yeah. And so, yeah, you'll definitely still get that. So that's pretty much it right there. That's the campaign. We got some more surprises coming, but this I think was my favorite part though. When we discovered Operation Gratitude,
Yeah.
I was like, we got to do this for now because we passed our 10K milestone. For every 10 backers we get, we are donating 2 books to Operation Gratitude, which is a charity that collects stuff and helps veterans, active military personnel, and first responders.
And they send stuff overseas. They send care packages to people who are deployed.
And I've talked to a bunch of people who are in the military or have come back from the military, or like Nathan, who's actually on active deployment. I think.
He just got back
Or he
from
just got
South
back.
Korea. He's in Kansas now.
And one of the things that they love is getting comic books, because it's culturally American. It's not manga. Manga's cool too. But it was like when I was away at sleepaway camp, I remember what it was like getting my care package with comic books in it. 24 Eyes actually told me a story about how he used to get comic books because he was deployed, and I think it was Afghanistan. It might have been Iraq. It was probably Iraq. Either one. I don't remember. He could tell you. But he said comic books kind of like let him have a connection to, the life still at home.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, we absolutely have to do that. This is a military book about military personnel, so it should be going to the military to, go into their hands and give them a connection to good comic books, because I can't imagine what the hell they would say if they get the current issue of Robin. Could you imagine? I'm going to say something horrible. Could you imagine getting shot at in the desert, ducking down, like dodging mortars and IEDs and all this other shit? You finally get back to base. You're like, oh, cool, a comic book. And it's this shit. Like, oh, it'd be terrible.
A friend of mine who is a former Marine and has been cosplaying as one version of Batman or another for like 20 plus years. When I first met him in person back in 2013 at the first Rhode Island Comic Con, he was there with a fundraiser that was similar, because at that time, all our troops were overseas, and it was, you donated $5 to the cause to get your picture taken with Batman in front of the Batmobile, and
Nice.
it would go into, and they would take all that money and purchase comics from a certain source that gave them like a big discount, and they would ship them all overseas.
Yep, that's cool, man. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's the same kind of idea, but they rely a lot on donations.
Yeah, it's all donations.
Yeah.
For the most part. Yeah, it's all donations, and
I mean, they have I think there's
they do more than just comic books. Though.
Yeah.
Do like movies, DVDs, all sort of stuff that.
Movies and DVDs.
What's that?
They do.
I'm pretty sure they do all the entertainment that would make
They also have
people happy.
snacks and letters and cards and other stuff that's hard to get
Mail.
wherever they are.
Mail. But
Sean, what you got over there?
What?
What you got over there?
did you make more robots?
I'm working on a commission.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Always working.
Never stopping.
Never stopping. I need to figure out a way to bring my work through the pickup line since I'm sitting there for days.
Right? 6 hours in line every time.
3 days later.
3 days later.
12 hours later.
And because Sean is here, every time Sean's on the stream, we always put this up to try to push art sales.
Nice.
I mean, great.
Yeah, right?
Actually, taking a look at all the prints and stuff you guys are offering, man, I'm like, man, I really need to link them to my portfolio and stuff because I would love to, be in that group.
Yeah, man. We hired exclusively, for the most part, exclusively Comicsgate artists for this. I think Chuma Hill and King Salmon are the only, I think, non-Comicsgate people that helped out on this campaign. Everybody else, from colorists to the people doing the stickers and the standees and all of that, everybody is Indiegogo, CG, all of that. And I think that was probably the most exciting part for me, was seeing all these people who I was just meeting through the community, like going on streams and talking to people. They were all down to get involved, and that was really exciting. So yeah, dude, we would love to see some stuff from you and have the opportunity to bring you in and do things.
Cool deal. Will does a good job of pimping me out. So.
Will's a good pimp.
Yeah. All those years working in the strip club.
Yep.
As a DJ.
Yeah, but things rub off. Never mind.
Well,
Yo, that was good. That was good, kid. All right. All right. Good job.
Things happen.
Yep.
DJs have side hustles too.
Exactly.
There was a reason they
skills.
All those DJ booths have those carpenter doors, where they're cut in the middle, so it's like a half high door. And there's probably a good reason that they, at three of the 5 places I worked at, they mysteriously had those doors disappear.
That's a common occurrence in clubs.
They did have like a high table though, right, with plenty of room underneath for like where you were DJing, right? Like
your equipment.
Yeah, it was like there's a nice big
for my equipment,
solid platform with. Well, I mean, yeah, for your equipment. Yeah, exactly.
I'm surrounded by boys.
You are surrounded by boys, having fun with euphemisms.
Is that what you call it?
That's
well, I do actually have all my DJ gear off to the side here, but it's got toys and collectibles piled up on top of it right now. So
I left the clubs 20 years ago, man. So I'm just living vicariously through everybody else.
I hear you, man. They the scene in New York. We used to live in New York. I was a club kid growing up. The scene is freaking dead now.
Well, they're reopening Limelight, or they were supposed to reopen Limelight,
it's
like
not
as a
just
club,
COVID
not like a
either.
mall
It's
or
just,
whatever.
In general, clubs are not what they used to be.
No.
Like Webster Hall, not what it used to be. They closed Downtime. They closed the Bank. They closed Limelight a long time ago.
Yeah.
Carbon
They closed
Tunnel, everything. Yeah.
The
For
fuzzy
the
room
most part,
in
it's
Tunnel
like
is the
all
best.
gone.
Oh
I
yeah.
love the fuzzy room.
There's like how they like up here, like in Providence, they were like every 3 feet you would be like walking by like another pub, hole in the wall bar, that claimed to be a nightclub, so they could charge you money because they hired a DJ for like $100. That was my other thing. It's like, I see like all these ads in the paper, in the local entertainment section of the Phoenix paper out here, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, we're all we're always hiring DJs. And, so I call up, I go, yeah. He goes, where have you worked? And I start running down a list of different places, and most of them. Yeah, I go, it's all been for myself, but I've done this, and this. Okay, well, we start you off at $100, and if you pull enough people in, we'll give you something off the door. I'm like, okay, well, good luck to you. Oh, you don't like to work? I go, dude, for $100, I won't even roll out of bed and get dressed.
Yeah, my time in my underwear is worth more than $100.
Yeah, I'm like,
I can work from home for $100.
That needs to be a T-shirt.
What? My time in my underwear is worth more than $100? I
Yeah.
will call up Aerith, Brian Bavitas, and he will make a T-shirt out of that, guaranteed.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
There used to be a T-shirt. I had it. I don't know what happened to it. But I used to wear it when I first ended up in a wheelchair. And it simply said, "Save gas, ride the handicapped." But,
Oh, Bill.
yeah.
Oh, you.
And like karma's not bad enough. I do have a T-shirt hanging up in my closet that says, "After I finish my vegetables, where do I put their wheelchair?" And
I thought vegetables were usually in like beds. You don't really wheel them around, they're like,
well, you gotta shift their weight around and stuff.
I guess.
You gotta you have to like do the you gotta do all the linens and everything every day on the bed. So you hoist them up, you put them in a wheelchair, you lock it in front of a window for 12 hours, and take your time doing your work for your shift.
Just make sure they're still hooked up.
Yeah. Cuomo did.
If there's
Oh, I'm sorry. I love that. I love that meme they did of him, though. I saw one as soon as he resigned. Somebody made a meme of him that said "killing grannies and grabbing fannies."
Yep. Yep. I've seen many variations on that. Yes.
Oh. So we will wrap this up so you can finish Photoshop and
Cheesecake. Yeah.
Sorry.
Because I think Regen's over.
oh yeah, it is.
And Bancroft is probably almost over.
And as soon as this is done, I will upload this to my podcast platform so it can be downloaded anywhere you can get a podcast.
Sounds good.
Because
Thank you so much for everything.
after a year and a half, my account has $6.57 in it. So yay!
Yay. Thanks YouTube for the ads.
I mean, at least it's not negative.
Yeah, no, that's my regular account.
We need to go get one of those. I just forgot the name of the something stacks. Substack. We need to go get a Substacks account so we can make money. Just like all the other former comic pros, we should go register for Substacks.
That's the rumor.
Oh, thank you.
Yep. Or Odyssey. All right, man. This has been a lot of fun, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we're all tired because we're all yawning.
Yeah. It's late. It's almost midnight. If this were karaoke, we'd be wrapping
We'd be
up right
done.
about now.
Well, oh, now she's gonna start yawning.
Sorry.
And she started me yawning again. All right.
I'm sorry.
All right. I gotta go to bed.
So if you haven't back it today, back it twice, back it thrice, and share it out to all your social media.
Thank you so much.
Like somebody else has been doing. And I can't wait to get this. And because I'm getting a lot of shit, so
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're going to hopefully have everything fulfilled and to you by Christmas.
Yep.
So it'll be a happy Mecca Christmas for you.
A Mecca Christmas. Yay. I'll finally get a present.
Giant stompy robot.
Yes.
All right, guys. Have a good weekend, and I will talk to you soon.
Sunday.
Sounds
great to
good.
meet you
Thanks
guys.
so much.
It was great meeting you too.
Nice meeting you.
All right.
Bye.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.